Shelby.com.
Before our very eyes.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
I am the incredible man. I only do things incredible can. Cause I am the seed of a chosen breed. You don't see too many like me. Cause I am one of the reasons you do what you do. When you wanna be me instead of you. Cause I am still on beat. Showing love to the streets. Come on, you know me. Cause that's who I am.
And good morning. Welcome to another Saturday Morning Sports Talk with Kevin Hastings, Chip Carter, Tom Zinafani, and Terry Reinhardt. And Tom's not here today, so we have Zach Mayhew with us this morning on KTC Broadcasting. We're always enjoying our McDonald's of Cherryville breakfast provided every Saturday morning. We want to thank them for that. I'm about to start on my sausage biscuit and chocolate milk. What did y'all have this fine morning?
Good morning, JP.
Good morning.
Oh, for the folks listening and watching at home, you should be able to hear us smoothly on the radio. On the video, our cameras have glitched. I think we had some lighting or something. Our cameras are acting a little funny, but we're gonna get those. Chip, I just gotta update yours. No, who's missing? Terry's face. Is that who's missing? Let's move Terry over here. But good morning, everybody. Zach Mayhew in today again. Well, we might as well make him permanent. Y'all three are just rotational. Chip and Terry and is here today. Tom's out this morning, so he's on he's from Ohio, so he's probably in Myrtle Beach somewhere. But anyway, good morning, everybody. What did you have? I had an egg and cheese biscuit working on a strawberry banana smoothie here. McDonald's of Cherryville is our sponsor. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Especially go see them after the ball games here in Cherryville. Post 100. They play tonight. Good time to go by McDonald's before or after the game. Chip, what you enjoying this morning?
I am enjoying my sausage and egg biscuit with an orange juice. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And I had a sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin with a hash brown. Fantastic.
I had my jelly biscuit today. So thank you, JP.
You're welcome.
Now Terry's set up. I still don't know what's going on with the teams. It's definitely a monitor problem. Yeah. But anyway, good morning, everybody. If you're listening on 92.9 FM, just got through listening to a little racing. And then we do that here as well. Cover a little NASCAR. Also NBA, NFL, Major League Baseball, a little golf, and, of course, college sports as well. So we're going to get into all of that today. We'll be on from 8 to 10:15. If you can't stay with us the whole time, you can go back and watch the replays later on YouTube and Rumble. We're live on Rumble this morning, and we're looking forward to today's show. We've got a little NASCAR and other news and to get into. Missed Terry last week, and I think I had some older stuff that I'm going to get to at some point.
I think I've missed a few weeks now on account of rain messing up schedules, and for the first 2 weeks that I wasn't here.
Well, Terry, they're looking for. The talk has been about finding new, the younger audience for NASCAR. What channels are they on and everything else. This one I don't know anything about, and JP probably may be able to answer for us more than anyone, to be honest. So what we're gonna see, JP, do you play Fortnite?
No. I have heard that people I need to get on there because apparently there's something on it compared to Star Wars.
Oh my gosh.
That's
All
what
right.
I've heard.
So now that you say that, how about inside the game, Terry? You can take your character and go to a drive-in theater and watch the NASCAR race on the theater inside the game with your character. So this is a way now that you're trying to reach the younger audience is actually watching a NASCAR race
The live
inside
NASCAR,
a live game,
like the
yes.
actual
Yes.
NASCAR race that's
Yes,
going on at that moment.
Yes.
Huh.
This is only for the kids that's in your back seat so they can have something to do while you watch the whatever movie that you've come to watch. So the people in the front are going to watch the movie while their kids play some kind of a game.
Terry, you're not getting what I'm saying.
I mean, to me, that's how it should be.
Okay, but you're not getting what this is. They're playing the game. That's their character.
That is a game.
See the stormtrooper here.
I see him.
In those cars.
So he's going inside the game, and inside the game, he's watching the race inside the game as his character.
Yeah.
Okay.
There is no real cars. There's no anything. This is a kid watching the NASCAR race sitting on his couch instead of actually watching Fox Channel or the TNT broadcast. They're watching the TNT broadcast from inside Fortnite.
That's actually pretty. The only real thing in this clip is the race.
Right.
That's pretty impressive.
Right.
I like how the stormtroopers carrying around UNC Charlotte's pickaxe.
So this is so they're working on this for the Daytona 500 coming up next year actually. So live in-game event. The goal is to engage a younger generation, broadcasting the race flag to flag, commercial free.
Looks like they've already got it figured out.
So you can, if you don't want to watch commercials and you have Fortnite, you can watch the race commercial free in Fortnite. The kids can.
They'll figure out how to put commercials in that thing.
Well, they'll be down in the corner, yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
But
make some money.
there you go, Terry. So do you ever think you could log on to, like, it's basically like logging into Madden and having, your draw. Oh, well, I'm gonna drop back.
You'd be Barry
Wait a minute,
Sanders.
did you hear what he
game.
said?
I'm gonna be Barry Sanders,
Well,
yeah, and then I'm gonna go watch the highlights up on the screen.
Did you-
at
It's on the
halftime.
Jumbotron.
I don't know. It's just there you go.
Did you hear what he said?
Are you excited about that, Terry?
Do you figure you could? Answer is no.
Well, I'll say this. I was listening to a podcast this week. Bill Jr. was talking about Days of Thunder. Did y'all got to see any of that?
They're actually talking about doing a sequel.
Yes, and he was saying,
Oh, yeah.
and I don't know. I was a little younger then. I mean, when it came out, I was like maybe 14ish, I think, something like that. But super popular movie. I know me and Kevin loved it. And he said it saved NASCAR. That was Dale's Jr.'s thing. He said he got so many fans flocking to watch it. He said he thought if they done 2, that they could get this next generation possibly in same way they did Days of Thunder 1. So.
He knows the business better than I do. I'm
He does.
surprised to hear him say that.
But he was young too, though. You got to think Dale was young too at that time.
He actually also said this week they asked his dad to play the Russ Wheeler role.
Ah,
And he said dad's not an actor. It would have been a catastrophe.
Was
And
it,
they should be-
was it
should be
Russ
happy.
Wheeler or was it Rowdy Burns?
Rowdy Burns. Yeah, Rowdy Burns.
Yeah, Michael Rooker's character.
Yeah, he was supposed to be.
That's his
he
based
was
on
supposed
Earnhardt.
to. Yeah, he was supposed to play that character, and they basically he told him no. They actually had a 1 hour meeting with Tom Cruise at his house about it.
Wow.
He told him no, and Junior said it's a good thing. He said his daddy would have messed that up. Speaking of that, so in 1981, I got a nice little photo from me back in the day. How about Dale Jr., Neil Bonnet, and Richard Petty, Tim Richmond, and Glenn Jarrett? Little drivers the drivers play the Daytona's businessmen and charity basketball game. Drivers lost 28-25. And I think ever since then, some of the drivers took it serious and haven't lost much. But check out
cut on blue jeans.
Senior's outfit to play basketball in, Terry, was a trucker hat and some jean shorts he borrowed from Daisy Duke. Did he take those off Catherine Bach, Zach?
I don't know. Neil Bonnet was back there looking like a bodybuilder.
At least he's got some Umbros on back there. Yeah, he's stout. Bonnet looks like he's ready to box somebody out.
What
But
about
I don't know. Terry,
Tim Richmond had to have convinced them to do that.
Terry, I don't know if I'm swinging the ball to Dale Singer looking like that.
Listen, now Kevin,
He probably went through his 5 fouls.
Yeah, that's why.
unless he's like one of the old legends that we had to play when we were kids, and they
He's
could
a-
shoot one from
No,
up
I don't
under their
believe it.
leg
I don't
and
believe
hit it something crazy every time. It was funny.
You shouldn't have shirts on that are tight around you. You can't even move.
It
man.
wasn't the shirt that was tight.
Well, I'm just saying.
I know.
I mean, they
Daisy
are some
Dukes.
shirts, and then them shorts. I mean, come
And
on.
then them shorts.
Yeah.
Hey, at least he didn't have on the bike. You know what I'm talking about, the bike brand.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
coach
God.
and
The
shorts.
coach and shorts.
It might have been just before that time, just a little bit.
Oh my God.
Yeah. All right, so we like to have a little fun here. How about some tempers flaring on Saturday Night Racing? This is from Port Royal Speedway. Let's check this out. Terry, you ever see them go backwards at each other?
Oh boy, that's no, not what you want to see. That is not what you want to see.
You hear the guy in the background?
As
What'd he
now
say?
it
Oh,
is
I mean,
like,
just
oh, we got
tear
a
it up,
problem.
it's called.
Derby here
That's
in
what we do on a
turn
PlayStation there,
4.
Kevin.
Right.
At least this other guy,
And
so I'm
Stake
getting out of the
here
way.
comes Stake out of
Oh, he's
his
at-
car,
they're at the cars
and it's
now.
game on from there. Red flag is gonna wave. We're gonna stop these cars. As we
Yeah. All right, have you ever watched figure 8 racing? Sometimes it goes bad. How about you?
Oh, that's awesome.
Wow, what a hit that was. Holy
It's a
cow.
Slinger
That
Speedway
was as
figure
hard a
8
hit
racing.
as I
You
have
think
ever
somebody wouldn't have
seen
figured
here.
that might happen?
Somebody's going to either have to slow down or speed up.
This ain't even.
Oh!
Neither one of them did.
Wow, what a hit that was.
There's only like 10 cars on the
Holy
track, it looks
cow.
like.
I don't know if I
That
would
was
ever
as
sign
hard
up
a
to
hit
do
as I
that.
have ever seen here.
Yeah.
Yeah, are you? I'm not even getting in a car
No.
to do that.
Yeah, that's just,
That's figure 8 demolition derby
that's
race.
Russian
Yeah,
roulette.
that's-
That's what that
that's-
is, and you
that's
just and
something
they
we-
just lost.
Yeah.
So,
Sign this paper. If you die, yeah,
We're not liable.
that's right.
all right, how about Zach? You know, since you're here, you're gonna like this one. Somerset, where's that at? Is that New Jersey?
Oh gosh.
Find it for me.
Yep.
All right, so this is, you know, when the summer's going good, guys. When you get to, you know, jump through a fountain.
Somerset, Kentucky.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, yeah, seen those. Make a comment after he does it.
Nice.
Did y'all see the end of the
Uh-oh,
video?
uh-oh.
Yeah, he about kills the
He
camera
about
guy.
kills the cameraman because he's not. He's inside the barricade.
Yeah, idiot.
What an idiot. Yeah, you're exactly
I ain't
right.
blaming the driver.
It could have been a really bad day.
Yeah.
And that is not a real Dodge Charger, so everybody knows because everybody's having a fit because they're tearing Chargers up. That is a Crown Vic that has been made to look like a General Lee.
Who cares if it was a Dodge? Who's whining about if it's a Dodge Charger? You know, how many did they wreck in the movie? Wasn't it like 100 or something?
I think
like,
it was 300. I think it was
they were-
300.
They were shooting them off like the hot rod racers where you wind them up and take
You
them
watch some of the
off.
clips, you can see even in the clips that they're dented and everything
Well,
else when they're doing
They
the.
were talking. I remember seeing they were talking about they couldn't land them. They were bouncing and all
Yeah.
over the place and everything, so they couldn't land them. So they just started shooting them without like the stunt driver because the stunt drivers couldn't hold on to it. So
During the filming of the Dukes of Hazzard, an estimated 300 to
I thought it was
325
I told you, I was pretty close.
Dodge Chargers were destroyed while portraying General Lee.
Yep. They originally wanted another car for the show, and they wound up choosing the General Lee, I believe, because it was produced more of. They had more of them, but
You know Bubba Watson has a General Lee, don't you?
He does.
all right, Terry. What about? Let's see. This is my next one for
Or
you.
he did at least. I don't know if he,
he
still
still
got
does.
it.
He does.
Oh, where I lost it.
John Snyder did too, but his wife stole it or took it in a divorce proceeding.
So big wreck in Atlanta
He
this
didn't put up a
weekend.
fight for that.
Big wreck in Atlanta this past weekend. In fact, it was so big.
How big was it?
12 minutes long is the video of when you take all the cars and their onboard cameras in the wreck. So we can just let this play in the background while we talk about the race because it's 12 minutes long.
This was like last Saturday night, right? This was Saturday. Yeah, I thought so. I seen that. It was crazy.
That's another
Wasn't it Atlanta? It was Atlanta, right?
Yes.
Atlanta.
Terry,
But I
it's your
love
favorite
it.
race.
I love it. Yeah, I love the race. But right there in that wreck, there was 26 cars.
The whole field.
Yeah, 26 cars were messed up.
Jimmy raced last week, Kevin?
No, 12 minutes of wreckage in one wreck. One wreck. You take all the onboard cameras and people are talking about, am I sick for just watching this whole video? And
Is there something wrong with me?
yeah, it's just wild, big old wreck. There's the Wendy's car going around, and of course it wrecks.
Yeah, going around. Big Wendy's are going, where's the beef?
Yeah.
right in your
So-
rear view mirror, pal.
So this don't happen much, and there was a controversy about this, but Terry, they ran out of wreckers.
That's all.
Yeah.
Some cars
mean,
are stuck
imagine-
on the track, and then there's a line to get back in the thing. Guys were trying to get back in the race, see if their car's okay. Some just have flat tires, and they were talking about, well, who's first priority? It's just whoever the record goes to. There is no like, hey, you wrecked first, I'm going to you first type thing. Yeah. So that was the actual line to get into back in the haulers and had the race stopped up.
This might be a little OCD, but in a situation like that, should there be some formal procedures for who the record goes to, especially if the because based on what we've talked about recently,
they black flag it there, Terry? Or I mean, red
Yeah,
flag?
it was stopped.
Okay.
It was stopped twice.
Okay.
But like if from what we've heard and like Kyle Busch talked about early in the season, if the record comes and gets you and you can't move under your own power, like you're out or you have to go behind the wall for a certain amount of time, don't you?
Yeah.
So I mean, if the record if whether the record gets to you or not plays a role in whether you can go back out, shouldn't there be some formal procedures or guidelines?
I don't think your time limit starts until they get you back.
Okay, well,
But,
I mean,
and I think it all should be where they take them all back. If there's that many in it, nobody should even be working on the car until they're all back there.
But they would have to, and like you said, they did that to last week. But do they red flag it every time?
Every wreck.
And I know it's a major wreck like that, but they don't red flag every single wreck though.
No.
I mean, I guess there's got to be there needs to be a procedure there needs to be steps in place if so many cars are involved. We automatic red flag so that nobody, because you're gonna have some people that the time doesn't start till they get behind the wall, but you're gonna have other cars sitting out there waiting to get towed in. They're gonna be falling multiple laps down while they're waiting.
I think you just need to find Tow Mater.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Get them in. Yeah.
Well, so I just lost it. They're in Chicago this week.
Chase got his first win last week, didn't he? For
He
the
did.
season.
They're not doing a road course this week, are they?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they are.
Elliott won last week. First win of the season. And
That Van Gisberg will be up here.
Well, guess who CBS has as their favorite?
Well, what I'm saying, man, it's so simple. We're making this so simple every week now that it's hard to watch.
Yeah, it's horrible when a really good driver that you know who's going to actually outdrive everybody else on a road course.
he hates it.
Oh, you think y'all feel like they're gimmicking some stuff up?
No.
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 Terry wants to
I'm not
accidental
even
wins.
going to get in that conversation. I mean, I don't know what happened to Kyle last week. He was dead last, and when they started him back, he ended up being almost like 25 seconds behind, and then another wreck or something happened. Anyway, caution come back out, and he comes in. They start him back up, and then he falls back again to about 18th, and I'm like, he's getting better. But, because he's not falling as far back. They're working on his car. Then the last time they got him, and he gets back up there, and he's running about 12th to 14th. And I'm sitting here like, okay, he's got this thing running. But then all of a sudden he starts falling back again. And then he ends up finishing, my God, 20th, 21st, something like that. But, maybe you got a bad set of tires. You got something that was not good because they had worked on your car this whole race last week to get it better, and then on the last time you start falling back again. So I don't know whether it was bad tires or whether something happened to his car that he could not compete because he kept coming forward in the race.
I said in for you last week, Terry, and I took
You did.
Kyle.
I heard
The
that.
next time I sit in for you, I'm taking Ross Chastain because that was a terrible pick.
Ross Chastain.
Your favorite driver, man.
Yeah, I think he finished near the back. Did
Kyle's
he
only
not?
got one top 5 finishes. What year?
Not in your truck. He's in the front
He's
of
like
your
the
truck.
Braves.
Well,
Yeah.
we talked odds last week, and Tom brought up Keselowski ended up finishing second in the race, and I brought up Eric
Yep.
Jones. He finished 5th in the race. So there's
It's like I said, down there anybody can win it. I like it. I like that type of racing.
They like Atlanta. Most of the drivers like Atlanta. It's one of their favorites. I enjoyed that Chicago race 2 years ago when it was raining. If you remember when all of them was hitting hard in that corner, I thought that was great.
it might rain today. It rained last year. It's rained every time there so far. So you may see
This is
some
the last
more
one,
of that.
right?
Is it in Chicago or Seattle?
Am I correct?
Supposedly, it's the last scheduled one. So you
Yeah.
don't know what they're going to come up with.
Good.
next.
Be the last scheduled one forever.
I want to see. I want to see the 485 500.
That would be
yes. 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 That's like the old what's the racetrack that you unlocked on the NASCAR Tiburon Raceway?
Yeah.
That you could only race backwards, but it was like you basically just like there was no brake. Even when you're in the turn, your car doesn't slow down. You're basically just accelerating even in the turns. It's so big.
Now, Kevin, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'd like to see that.
What, the 485?
That's right.
That would, I would,
That's
I would.
right. Charlotte, there's you something.
I mean, yeah.
Uh-huh.
What about Atlanta and getting up in Spaghetti Junction?
That'd be better than running around the Coliseum.
Or what's the track around Raleigh? What's the name of it? Whatever it is. Yeah.
How many miles is 485?
Well, I tell you, the best race that would
18.
ever be is the Blue Ridge Parkway 500.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
somebody would
Oh,
die.
Lordy.
Somebody would die.
Right now,
Yeah.
if it starts raining, you might lose a car or two.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Hey,
40
Yeah, and going
got
through
hit again the
tunnels.
other day.
think about the I'm talking about the viewing of that race, because you'd have to do a lot of like drone or helicopter coverage too along the race going down the parkway.
Holy moly.
Asheville to Boone,
Just shy of 67.
Oh, wow.
Asheville to Boone NASCAR race. That's what I want on the Blue Ridge Parkway. Hey, listen, if you can't keep it on the corners, it's not my
67
fault.
miles.
67, 45 all the way around.
How about
I
that?
bet everybody from Florida wrecks, Terry. That's a mountain joke. Chip got it because he went to school in Irwin.
I think we should
90% of the wrecks in the mountains are somebody from the Florida
if
tag.
We're gonna do the Blue Ridge Parkway, we should do a special off year, or like in the winter time when it's cold. We should do the Road to Hana 500. That's in Hawaii. That would be somebody would die.
Well, Terry says he can get from his house to Boone in like 23
Yeah, I
minutes.
know.
So I want to see Kyle. I want to see that race.
Just have
Didn't
Kyle,
say 23
just
no
have Kyle
minute.
draft off of you.
I said 45. Yeah, more
Yeah, we're
like
going to see the 321, 300. There you go.
That's a 321. It's not the speed limit,
That's
Terry.
after he gets a new set of tires for his truck.
Right.
Yeah. First, you gotta get the tires.
Listen,
all you got to do is coast down.
I was about to say, he's talking about down. He's neutral in that. That's what he's
Yeah,
talking about. He
saying.
ain't going up that fast. He's going up in an hour. He's coming down in 45.
You just coast, let it go, buddy.
Yeah, you can. You know what you're doing. All right, practice this morning, 10:30 for the Xfinity race. Qualifying is at 11:30. Practice for the Cup Series is at 1. Qualifying at 2. The Xfinity Series race at 4:30 today. The Loop 110, 4:30. You can check that out. Let's go to tomorrow's times and schedules. 2 p.m. Race start here. KTC Broadcasting. We'll have coverage of the Grant Park 165. Chip, what were the odds on favorites besides Van Gisbergen?
Christopher Bell, Chase Elliott,
Kyle Larson.
Alex Bowman.
You had the first two right.
You know,
Shane, then Christopher Bell, Kyle Larson, Ty Gibbs,
there's
Tyler
no way
Reddick,
Ty gives up there.
Chase Elliott, William Byron, Alex Bowman.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, you can name them. But I wouldn't have put Gibbs in there.
Tell you what's wrong with that. You could name the favorites in the Daytona 500 any other race.
Will Brown and Chris Busch will round out the top
different
10.
style. Like
I named Eric Jones in the last race, and he came in fifth.
like Dale Jr.
Because I knew he's going to do good in the drafting.
Right. That's why I was excited. Like Dale Jr. You knew he was going to do good in the draft races.
No.
Everybody just got a little different niche in the way they like to run their cars.
Next week they're at Sonoma. Terry loved that one too.
Yeah, back
and then,
to back.
Then
Way to
Dover,
go.
and then the Indianapolis Brick Speedway for the Brickyard 400. All right, we'll be back here in just a few moments. We've got Major League Baseball, a bunch of news in that. We've got Charlotte Hornets news, a bunch of moves this week. We've got some Panthers and other NFL news and notes as well. And we got to talk about those. Tom's got the gambling problem. It's
That's
leaked.
why he's not here.
Wait a minute, it's leaked into his baseball team.
Oh.
So gambling and cheating amidst in Cleveland. We'll be back. KDCBroadcasting.com.
Stay cool this summer with a new air conditioning unit from TLG Sales in Bellwood. Come check them out. They've got different sizes of window units, also refrigerator freezer combos and microwave ovens too. TLG Sales is all kinds of household goods. Also a new shipment of tools has arrived. Push mowers, all kinds of detergents, toilet paper, paper towels, and more. Get a great deal at TLG Sales, 5726 Boston Road, Highway 18 North in Bellwood. Open 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. Like them on Facebook, too. Heading off-road? Head first to Power Max Motorsports in Iron Station. Now take $2,000 off the Can-Am Maverick X3. But that's not all. Get an additional $750 from Power Max toward the purchase of accessories. Want a deal? And listen up, commercial landscape professionals. See Power Max Motorsports for some great deals on commercial Toro Zero Turn and stand-up mowers. Take a test drive and check out the great deals. Power Max Motorsports, 3636 NC Highway 27 at Iron Station. Online at PowerMaxMotorsports.com.
The NASCAR Cup Series.
The fans rise as one.
In-season challenge revs up.
Trouble off turn number 2. A couple of cars spin. Kyle Busch is one of them, racing down the short chute.
On the shores of Lake Michigan in downtown Chicago.
The sun setting behind him, the wind at his back, the checkered flag is in the air.
It's the Grant Park 165.
Sunday afternoon at 1 o'clock on Carolina Country WCSL, 92.9 FM, 1590 AM, online at KTCBroadcasting.com. Whether it's residential or commercial, whether it's a driveway or a parking lot, Mason Graded and Paving can have you looking good and driving smooth with new asphalt paving. Just give them a call at 704-922-0102 or 704-678-1714. They'll be more than happy to come out and give you a free estimate. I did, and I highly recommend them. That's Mason Graded and Paving. Again, call 704-922-0102 or 704-678-1714. And be sure to check out their Facebook page, too.
It's Tee Up Tuesday, each and every Tuesday at the Westport Golf Course in Denver. Tee it up and play all day, as long as you like, for just $30. That includes cart and green fee, and you can play for $30 on Tuesdays at the Westport Golf Course in Denver. For your tee time, call 704-489-8088 or visit their website at westportgc.com. Enjoy a great golf experience at the Westport Golf Course, 7494 Golf Course Road, south in Denver.
Frosty the Snowman was a jolly, happy soul with a corncob pipe and a button nose and 2 eyes made out of coal.
They say he's the coldest man in town. That's Mike Bruner at Bruner's Automotive in Cherryville. Now get an air conditioner performance check for just $94.50, and that includes evac and recharge. Freon will be extra. Get ready for hot summertime driving. Stop in and see the coldest man in town. Mike Bruner at Bruner's Automotive, 319 East Main Street in Cherryville. Online at brunersautomotive.com.
We're back on Saturday Morning Sports Talk with Kev and the gang.
Forgot to hit his mic this time. I got a pretty new hat here.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chip. Got my master snapback.
Yeah,
right
man.
Here.
You got it. Asking you shall receive.
Terry, I wear this in the right, fish camp. I might have some old ladies like this. Chip. I get me a vest like Tom.
That's right. Man. Get you a vest, you'll be sick.
I'm gonna have them lined up. Well,
I love how committed he is to Tom. Man, thanks for tuning in, buddy.
Speaking of being committed,
why, Tom?
2 days.
He's not here.
Today's the 5th, right?
Yes. Yes.
So, this week was a very important day, right? What was it?
The day after the
That
4th.
happened. Well, not today. It happened before today. What happened before today?
July the 4th.
All right, wrong. July 2nd.
I mean,
July 2nd, Terry. And how I know is because Jose Canseco,
Oh.
happy birthday to everyone born on July 2nd. And if A-Rod was born on July 2nd, no happy birthday to you.
Look at the first comment. Look at the first comment. Why are you still mad at A-Rod?
Now, is that not awesome, Terry? He's never going to give it up, is he?
Uh,
But it is a good bit. It is a funny
everybody
bit.
in the world probably flips over to his stuff
Terry,
every day to see what he's saying.
395,000 views to that tweet.
That's what I'm saying.
So I have got the book. I think it's called Juice that he wrote.
Yeah.
And I couldn't find it forever. And then we cleaned out my daughter's attic because she moved, and I found a lot of books I had. So I found that. So if anyone want to,
I want to borrow. I want to read it.
Fantastic.
I want to read it.
It's great. It's as good as the tweets.
I mean, it's probably like reading.
great.
It's probably like sitting around Ric Flair and talking.
It's one of my favorite all time books that I have of autobiography.
Well, you get the actual truth.
So I can't play it because he cusses a little bit in it. But you can Terry, you know what Cameo is?
Cameo. Yeah. Like the band back in the 1980s.
Yes.
Yeah.
No. So this is website that these celebrities go. You can pay celebrities to send you messages like happy birthday or whatever. So Jose is on here. So we got to come up with something as a group or something. I want to pay him to do our like welcome message, like the Shock Jocks Saturday morning Shock Jocks. And I'm gonna send him. I'm gonna go through and find some.
So you're gonna replace me?
Yes, basically.
with a cameo from the 80s.
Like if Jose Canseco would walk in here with a McDonald's biscuit, JP, you would be replaced faster than anything. Just the
JP,
quickest.
Don't take it personally. If any of us were chosen, if he's like, I want to take that guy's job, we're gone. Whoever it is, any of us.
Yeah, Jose can have like
The only reason-
everyone's job.
The only way Jose might not do it if it's A-Rod was sitting in this studio.
I will tell Jose Canseco right now. Like I'm a diehard Yankees fan, and I will trade back 2009 if we could disown A-Rod.
So I need y'all.
I would hate to have them in here, man.
I need y'all to send me your birthday so I can send Jose so I can have him email happy birthday.
Wouldn't that be something?
Had mine.
Yeah.
Tom,
I
not
can
gonna send these
imagine.
to Tom.
Let's
I'm just gonna
say-
pay him to send Tom a message like every once a week. Hey Tom, this is Jose. I'm gonna play it for you guys in the break. You listen to what he says. He just goes off on a tangent. First, he's like, "Hey, happy birthday," being nice. And then he's like, "What is this?" Or "Why is your name?" He just like starts ripping the people. So,
Just have him do a happy birthday to Tom like he does for A-Rod.
yeah, and that would be hilarious. Happy birthday to everybody, but Tom.
But Tom Cinnaboni.
Happy birthday to all the guys in the Shock Jocks, except for that one guy.
Jose's into it. He's into it. All right, so let's see, guys. Got a little more baseball. We'll talk about the Guardians and their cheating scandal here in a minute. This is kind of neat. Bob Uecker was the announcer in the Brewers for quite a bit. Here's their press box, and it's open air. And what they do is when someone fouls one into the press box. They write who did it and what year, and you see there's a hole right there from Chas McCormick.
Wow.
There's a dent from Willie Adams, and it's signed on the pitcher. And what was it? There's Brian Anderson. So, but bunch of spots on the wall. Now, this isn't from
Justin Turner.
This is all like 2020s. It looks like
Yeah.
so. It's not like
Acuna?
old, but. Just that this is all the balls they got just from the last 2 years. I was just looking at the years, basically, just how many they've gotten over the years, Terry.
Well, I wouldn't want to have been the one where the ball went through
Right.
the back. Yeah, that was shot.
He almost got that one, didn't he?
Yeah.
Just a bit outside.
But I thought that was pretty neat seeing the holes in the wall.
I can't believe I'm the one saying this. I would like to go walk inside the scoreboard at Fenway and just see all the signatures on it, because I mean that's like a rite of passage a lot, and how far back they go. Because apparently there's a ton of signatures in the scoreboard.
Yeah, that would be cool. How about this? This is the call of the week, guys. Call of the week, and I'm being sarcastic. Just listen to how bad this is. This is the Reds and the Padres. Bogarts is batting.
Loop to left. Lux fading back and watching that one go. Loop to left. Lux fading back and watching that one go. Lux fading back and watching to left.
Unexciting
Loop to
home
left.
run call ever.
What's this?
Loop to left.
Bloop to left.
Loop to left. Lux. Loop to left. Loop to left. Loop to left.
Good
Lux fading back and watching that one go.
10 seats up into the stands. He said, blooped to left. Don't make me bring up the A's. That lady announcer, she gets destroyed on the internet all the time.
Can I turn my resume into some of these folks,
Yes,
please?
yes.
It ain't gonna do no good.
No, you need now. You put some makeup on, Chip. A little wig. You might be able to get one of those jobs.
Hey, it happens nowadays, Chip. Go for it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to help you out here.
I'm good. Trying to quit. Thanks.
Put makeup on?
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. So this is kind of.
It's along with watching my Matt Damon Christian Bale movies.
All right. So this is, we all, when we're going to get to talking into the prop bets here in a second. So this kind of feeds into it. So I'm going to let you guys listen to this. Byron Buxton swings at 60% of first pitches. Tarek Skubal has always thrown a fastball in every first pitch of every start of his career. Who do you think does it? Does he not swing, or does he throw a fastball? What's going to happen?
We need
here?
Tom right here. Tom,
What's
give
gonna
us your
happen?
take, buddy.
And I meant to text this time. Like, here's an ultimate bet right here. Just bet on Skubal to bet on the fastball. But watch this. But we're going to have a little fun here. The announcers are ready for it, too.
He's probably going to
travel
throw
ball
it here.
daddies. What Byron Buxton's got a travel ball daddy.
Right.
As Tom would
He's
say.
probably going to throw it here. First pitch. He's probably going to throw it here. First pitch of a game. Tarek Skubal has always thrown a fastball, and Byron Buxton swings at the first pitch of the game 60% of the time.
I am so excited for this first pitch. As I said, every single time Skubal has ever pitched in the regular season, he started off with a fastball, and that's 60% for Buxton, if you want context. That is the most of any leadoff guy leading off a game, and he did it last night. He got a first pitch fastball from Casey Mize. He went after it. He lined a single to left field, and I know that Buxton knows this number, so I cannot wait to see what he's going to do here.
Here we go. Most anticipated first pitch. Sunday Night Baseball.
All right. Zach, is it a fastball or breaking ball?
I'm going to go fastball.
Terry, fastball or breaking ball?
I'm going fastball.
Chip?
Fastball.
Does he swing or not swing?
He doesn't swing.
Oh, does he swing?
60% swing at first pitch rate, too.
I think he takes a strike right down the middle.
Takes the first pitch.
Here we go.
Statcast history.
Out. Ball and no.
Yeah.
He threw a changeup. Look at the laugh.
Guys laughing.
He knows.
After 119 starts, are you kidding me?
How about
Get out of
Good
here.
eye, though. Like, recognize that.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, this has
you know
to
you're
be
sitting
a
on fastball, right?
Well, he didn't swing at it because it was a terrible changeup. It
What do
wasn't
you
low.
think Buck is thinking right now?
But yeah.
Excited
Oh,
we
he's
were,
definitely
like,
sitting fastball now.
Yeah, well, not 0-2, he's not. He's done. Well, no,
That's
what was
2-0.
1-1? That's 1-1.
Oh, was one of them a strike?
Yeah,
I thought
he called that second one a strike.
He might have went over played as a strike.
It was close, but
I bet Pete Rose is just loving this where they're
that was pretty.
talking prop bets when he got kicked out of the league for his whole life.
Yeah.
We did forget July 1st was Bobby Bonilla
That's
Day.
right.
This week.
great.
So another big week. So we had the second, we got the first.
1.19 million.
You know, you think about that, Kevin, and he took a bet on himself because you got to live that long too.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, let's be honest about it.
I mean, if
live
the Mets want to save $10 million or $11 million, they can have him off for 5.
Did you see what they?
Yeah.
They gave him this contract. I was reading it this week. They gave him this contract because they didn't want to pay him like $6 million.
Right. Yeah.
1
Yeah.
year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they paid him 30-some million.
Right. It was like the worst buyout ever.
Griffey's got a similar. I mean, it ain't as long, but
Chris
Griffey's got a
Davis with the
similar-
Orioles. Chris Davis with
Yep.
the Orioles has the same, similar.
So I talked about him a little last few weeks. This Seattle catcher,
Oh, he's tough.
Cal Raleigh.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
did y'all see what he did this week?
Only 2 catchers, Carlton Fisk and Pudge Rodriguez, in Major League history have hit 33 homers, 70 RBIs, and 9 stolen bases in a season. Cal Raleigh has done it before the
Tell him,
All-Star
Zach.
break.
You know what happened this week? he hit 2 more. He tied Ken Griffey Jr.'s
Yeah.
record before the All-Star break.
Yeah.
All-time Mariners. That's
if I'm in the Mariners organization, I'm getting this kid, and I'm like, do not do the home run derby.
I cut him off my fantasy team.
Do
earlier
not
this
do
year.
the home run derby. You will ruin your second half.
I cut him off my fantasy team earlier this year, so good luck with that. Somebody pick him up. Good luck listening to the who's going to be best for the second half of the year, or whatever thing.
Yeah. Good job, Zach. So no, he's on Bonds and McGuire Sosa pace right now.
Oh yeah.
So this is something to keep an eye on. Cal Raleigh, for you folks that don't pay attention outside your own teams.
What if you gave all these big names, like, back in the heyday, Sosa, McGuire, Bonds, Judge, and what if this guy comes out and breaks the home run record?
He's going to break the catcher record. I mean,
he pretty much already has.
Well, I mean,
What is
it's
the catcher
48.
record? It's 48?
40, I think it's 46, 48.
Is it
Somebody
Piazza?
Perez.
Is it Piazza?
No, Perez. Salvador Perez, Kansas City owns it.
You would know that.
Yeah, I was about to say you would.
That's
I did
right.
not know that. So I would
Listen,
think,
when Terry knows a specific
Yeah.
stat or something, so wait a minute, there's a caveat to that.
It's either a
you don't even know the coach of the
a
Boston
Cowboy
Celtics.
or a Kansas City Royal.
Terry, I meant to
Or
bring
Kyle
you-
Busch.
You know,
bring you an NC State thing
you-
this morning.
Piazza had to hit at least 40 a couple times.
There's the most home runs
He's not
through June
wrong.
30th was Bonds at 39, McGuire 37, Griffey, Sosa, and Cal Raleigh at 33. Raleigh now at 35 total.
Piazza's not second. The GOAT catcher is Johnny Bench.
I can see
45.
That's who he passed, yeah.
With all due respect, I think Pudge is the GOAT.
Not a fair argument.
I am remembering that. Didn't he play?
Offense and defense.
Didn't he come here and play? But did he not come here and play?
Who's
Yeah,
third?
I thought he did.
He hit me in the head with a baseball bat, Zach.
Who's third?
Pretty sure I remember that.
At all-time catcher home runs? Might be Fisk.
in
He's
a
got
season.
lot.
In a season.
Oh, in a season? Oh, that could be anybody. You never know who. Brady Anderson juiced up one year and hit 50.
That's what I'm saying. This is actually good guess for you, Zach.
Craig Biggio.
A good guess for me.
Yep.
Is it a Brave?
Yep.
Lopez?
Javi. Yep. Javi Lopez, Todd Hundley, Roy Campanella, and then tied for 6th is Mike Piazza.
Now, who says people won't come see baseball even if there's bad teams, guys? The 121 loss White Sox versus the 125 loss pace Rockies sold out for their July 4th game yesterday. 48,000 fans at Coors Field. And all the comments were, yeah, these fireworks were awesome.
I guarantee it. I can guarantee that. I mean, what else? You know,
That's
hey,
what
this is my
everybody's talking
chance.
about,
I'm
the
out of
fireworks,
work. I'm
fireworks,
off today.
fireworks.
Take my kids to the ballpark. Yeah, that's simple.
Fireworks. Okay. All right, so, Terry, you ready to talk about these cheating Indians?
Well, you know, they've been doing it for a long time. Tom, when y'all ever going to get back to a World Series again?
So
and have a
Cowboys
chance
get
to
back
win
to the
one.
Super Bowl.
Hey, it's about the same time,
It's
95
about.
and 96.
That's
So
it.
Ortiz
We've won one since they have.
apparently is under investigation for the prop bet, this prop bet scandal. Basically, whether you can bet if the first pitch is going to be a strike or not of the game, or to a batter. I guess every batter. Hell, I guess you can bet on all of them. But this is they're doing the investigation here. But
He might have been the only guy. He was the first
if
guy that threw 100 pitches.
you're watching it, if you turn up the volume on it, he throws a slider here, strikes the guy out, Terry, and then yells F. Why would he be yelling? Why would the pitcher be mad that he struck this guy out?
Maybe he got drafted by the Jazz.
I just lost $3,000 on that pitch.
So
He's going to lose a lot more after this. They're going to get him.
Yeah.
I've got a couple of videos we're going to bring up of if I can of him getting mad or upset, and I think he's mad at Volpe for swinging at the pitches is what he was doing. Against the Cardinals.
What in the world?
First pitch to a batter of the game. Porta Hayes.
You ain't swinging at that, buddy.
No.
Ain't even gonna be close.
No, He's making sure that
I
first
mean,
pitch was a ball, right?
Yeah, for
Probably
sure.
successfully ruined his career because even if he skirts any of this stuff, nobody's going to trust him to put him on the mound anymore. Right.
Right. Yeah, it's going to be hard to get past his reputation.
Well, I mean, from any of the video I've seen, have any of the first pitches been strikes? So he's actually hurting his team as well. Like you know, Zach, like that's bigger than just gambling. It's
you know how you
I'm
stop
purposely
it?
throwing balls.
You stop it by going by, and I know he's individual pitches that he's pitching, but you stop it by going back and taking all of his wins and counting them as losses. And then, here you go, buddy. This is what we think about this. And who does that hurt? That hurts you, hurts your team, hurts your manager, hurts your standings, hurts everything. And then who's going to pay for it? Your teammates are going to get mad at you, and they're going to take it out on you in a locker room or somewhere else. That's how all that stops. Or we bail him, but still they're going to find you.
That's where I think
that's tough, but that's how you stop it.
Well, I think the ban is justifiable. If at any point in any investigation, whether, and I don't care who it is, if it's him, this is the one reason why Pete Rose is acceptable, because apparently it's proven that he never, not proven, but there's no evidence he ever bet against the Reds. But if you're ever throwing it, throwing a game, throwing a series or whatever, I'm sorry, you're gone. And that's,
I mean, if Pete Rose is banned for life, I mean that's
right.
Yeah,
right.
I agree.
So I don't know what they're gonna do or get with that. So. I don't know, Terry. It's a weird situation.
Yeah, it's tough, but I mean that's how you stop it.
Figure out how they. We'll see what the Guardians whatever do. And I did see, for good news for Cleveland, I did see there was a report that a lot of T-shirts are being sold, official merchandise with Indian stuff on it around the areas and stuff, and some sports stuff. So I don't know if something's coming back or not with them.
But can we not go out and play the game like it should be played?
Oh, that ship's done sail.
I mean, that's
I know.
Watching
the youth baseball for years and how they do now. Like I don't know. They're talking about even the basketball guys are wanting to shorten their season. Right. The baseball guys are wanting to shorten their season. The baseball I get 162 is a lot of numbers. But they're all wanting to do less and get paid. And get paid
more money
for it. So
there you go.
I think that they did the long season back in the day. If, correct me if I'm wrong, but it was to get the ticket sales. Correct? I mean that's what it was. All this they had to have the revenue. Now the revenue is not coming from ticket sales.
Yeah, it's coming from sponsors.
WWE does the same thing.
Yeah.
WWE don't hardly do house shows anymore because the revenue is not coming from that. It's coming from other stuff.
Well, I think it's amazing, and I know we all watch television, but you can't change from one channel to another channel unless you're on commercials.
Yeah.
And I'm like, something's wrong here.
Yeah.
That's never been like that. And now everything that you do, but changing your channels, everybody's doing a commercial all at the same time. Mm-hmm. And no, that does not happen.
Blue Jays in first, Tampa, Yankees and Rays 2 games back. Red Sox 6.5, 1 game under 500 in the East.
Tom, have you looked at the standings? We have jumped ahead of your Cleveland Indians.
In the Central, the Indians have lost.
Yeah.
They've lost 8 straight, 1-9 in the last 10. It doesn't help when you're starting pitchers throwing games.
Congratulations, Terry, on being the shiniest in the toilet.
They ain't the shiniest. They're the third.
13
Detroit's the
games
shiny
back.
one.
That's right.
The Tigers are almost 20 games.
I'll tell you how bad it is. If you look at where Kansas City's at, in the whole month of June, Kansas City won 1 home game. We went 1-13.
And you passed.
1-12.
You passed Cleveland.
Yeah.
Astros first place in the West. Seattle over 500. Looking at the Central and the West, the American League guys, Detroit and Houston are over 500, and only Seattle's over 500 too. Only 3 of the 10 teams in the Central and the AL West are over 500.
Well, at least
6 total of the 15 in the American League are over 500.
At least we know the greatest player to ever live ain't going to win a playoff game this year.
No, he never will. Phillies. He will in a couple years when he's with the Yankees.
Yankees were sub-5. Oh, gosh.
You know it's coming, Chip.
They don't want him. There's no reason.
It's coming. Trout's going to be a Yankee. Maybe now he might end up with the Mets.
Yeah, I was about to say, put him with the...
Somebody's going to give him like $200 million just to stand out there and play DH. Phillies first place in the East by half a game over the Mets. In the Central, Cubs 4 games over the Brewers, 6.5 over the Cardinals, 7 over the Reds, who are all over 500. In the West, Dodgers in first place, 8 over the Padres, and 9 over the Giants, who are over 500. So 3, 7, 8, 9 teams over 500 in the National League, 6 in the American League. That means half of baseball.
Check
is
your
over
playoff
500.
standings at halfway now.
American League or National League first? Which one you want to take?
Either one of them.
We'll go. I hate how to do this. Wild card.
Yeah, let's check
Yeah,
wild
just
card.
hit wild cards. All you got to do.
There you go.
The top 3 are in, and then Kansas City, we're 4.5 back. So, see, we still have a chance. You just got to win 10 straight. We've won 2. Won our last 2. Look at everybody else over there.
Nobody else has.
That's it. Look at everybody else
Kansas
over there.
City has the longest
winning
streak in the American League.
That's it.
As long as you don't play at home, you'll be all right.
There you go. Look out. We're not out of it.
Oh, my God. Longest winning streak.
Yankees and Guardians have lost 5 straight and 8 straight, respectively. That's
So we're gaining.
First place in the American League lost 5, or in the wild card lost 5 straight. There you go. In the National League, first place is the Mets.
They were sub 500
Brewers
in June.
and Padres. Cardinals, Giants are 1 game out of the wild card. Reds are 1.5 for you folks that were wondering with that. Let's see. Braves, Zach, you're +8 run differential, but you're still under 500.
Y'all got some bad news this week
All
with Schellenbacher or whatever.
Yeah, we're going to fire a coach, too.
All right, I got a question. This has always bothered me. Terry, if a team goes 79 and 83, how many games under 500 are they?
Oh, Lordy, this is one of them dumb the answers here. I mean, you're 4 under.
No.
Technically, you're 2.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
Why don't we do
I
that?
understand that.
Right,
but
but why do
mean,
we say that? It bothers me. It drives me crazy. Because if I'd won 2 games, I'd be 500.
Yeah.
Not 4. If I'd won 2.
But you didn't. You lost 4.
Jeez, no, I lost 2 is what I did.
Technically, you lost 79 or lost 81.
Right. No, that so they're doing the Hall of Fame vote and everything, and everybody's the people were asking, is Yachty a first ballot Hall of Famer? And one of my responses on all of them was that they went, the only year they had a losing record, they went 79 and 83, which is 2 games under 500.
I've made the argument for years that Don Mattingly is one of the 2 best defensive first basemen of all time, arguably, and his defense is underappreciated because he was a first baseman. I don't see how you don't put Yadier Molina in the Hall of Fame.
He'll be in it. They were arguing over first ballot.
Well,
the defensive thing they don't care about.
That's the point, Kevin.
Nobody cares. They don't.
And it's hard in Major League Baseball.
And it's not like he was a bad offensive catcher.
We're talking Hall of Famers, and first time getting in, there's not that many for first time. I mean, 60 some, I think total.
I don't have a clue.
That made first time on the ballot to get in.
No, that's not the season. I was looking for Hall of Fame there.
What was your guess?
I'll say 63.
You're 1 off, 62.
That's what I was thinking. I know it wasn't 60 some because your chance on getting in on first ballot is not legit. I mean, Pete Rose, we know what's going to happen.
You know?
Yeah.
Pete Rose, see, this is what's strange. When we talk about Manny Rivera, but we talking about Pete Rose coming up. Your all-time hits leader, you know, we all can sit here knowing when his name comes up, should he be first time? Yeah, he should be, but wait, he won't get in the first time. They'll turn him down somehow.
So, well, like I said, I think Pudge is the best ever, and here, I'll give you some numbers. Only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9 catchers in Major League Baseball history have hit over 300. Pudge is not one of them. He's at 296.
I think 297 is what I was thinking.
Victor Martinez stayed at 300 there for the Indians there, Tom. But all those people, Zach, have less than
300 home runs? No,
all of them have less than 7,000 at bats. Pudge Rodriguez batted 10,200 times. Pudge also, no, that was games. He had 10. No, yeah, plate appearances 10,000. Not
he had
10,000.
Almost 9,600 at bats.
Yeah, 9,600 at bats. Let me look at the home run list. He's third in home runs behind Piazza and Yogi Berra. He's second in RBI behind Yogi. Walks, I don't care about that, whatever that is. Hits, he's number 1 by 700 hits. Doubles, he's number 1 by 160 doubles. How about triples? He's like 8th. Yep, he's 8th in triples. So just that along, plus defensively, I don't even. Besides Yadier, as far as I've seen, I thought he was the best defense. I know everybody's seen.
Who's got the better
some
WAR?
Some older ones. They don't list the WAR. They don't list the ones, but you can look it up.
I bet
Google
you can.
that one too.
I'm sure you can.
Oh, you can do. You definitely.
Yeah.
All time.
I don't even know
catcher.
how they figure that.
WAR. Yeah. Well, it's not for us to figure out. It's for us to just type it in the Google and let it tell you. All right. The all-time catchers by WAR is Johnny Bench, Gary Carter, Ivan Rodriguez, Carlton Fisk, Mike Piazza, Yogi Berra, Joe Torre, Bill Dickey, Gabby Harnett.
People forget about Bill Dickey.
And Joe Mauer, Ted Simmons, and Mickey Cochran. They're round up here. Top 10, basically, or 11. I might have named 11. For you Buster Posey fans, he's down there about 14th or 15th. Yachty's about 17th and 17th, next to Jorge Posada. And then Kendall's down there. So there's your WAR rankings, Zach. Does that mean anything to you? All right. All right, Terry, any other comments on baseball? You good to go? Anything else going on?
No.
All right, guys, we'll be back. We're going to talk NBA, NFL, and more. KTCBroadcasting.com.
The $1,000 Great Gas Card giveaway is back. It's a chance for you to win one of 10 $100 gas cards. Register to win today at Butler's Town on East King Street in Kings Mountain, at Possum Hollow Produce and Eggs on Pleasant Drive in Shelby, at Gage Pool and Spa on Union Road in Gastonia, at Carmen Dodd Bridal, Highway 74 East in Shelby, at Flooring America on Slater Street in Kings Mountain, at Honda Motorcycles of Shelby on Highway 74 East in Shelby, at Carfair Auto Sales on the Bessemer City Road in Gastonia, at the Great Outdoors, Highway 150 East in Cherryville, at Innovative Pools on East King Street in Kings Mountain, at All Care Insurance on West 6th Boulevard in Shelby, and at Marburger Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Highway 74 Business East in Shelby. The drawing will be held Friday, August 29th. Register today. You could be a winner. Brought to you in part by The Boss, Carolina Country, WhatsUpShopper.com, and KTC Broadcasting.
Yes, it's hot outside. That's why we suggest coming to the air-conditioned showroom at Tri-City Outdoor Power Equipment in Forest City and check out the red-hot deals on Bobcat mowers for homeowners and commercial. And right now, select Bobcat mowers are up to $2,000 off. Ask about their financing options. It's more affordable than you think. See Tri-City Outdoor Power Equipment, 221 Daniel Road, Forest City. Online at TriCityOutdoor.com. Like them on Facebook, too. For over 60 years, Honda Motorcycles of Shelby has been serving this area, and they continue to do so today. Right now, you'll find a good inventory of dirt bikes, plus 150 and up to 450 models of on- and off-road bikes. See the new 2024 Honda Rebel, along with 4x4 ATVs and side-by-sides, including the Pioneer and the Talon, plus Gold Wings and Trikes. And don't forget about their parts and service department. That's Honda Motorcycles of Shelby, 4402 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Online at HondaMotorcyclesofShelby.com.
Francis Brothers Used Cars, now in their 56th year in business, has proudly served the people of Cleveland and Rutherford counties since 1969 with a great selection of nice buy here, pay here cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Don, Bino, and Casey invite you to check out their inventory. They look forward to helping you get your next vehicle and to offering oil changes, OBD inspections, brake work, shocks, axles, CV joints in their service center. Francis Brothers Used Cars and Service Center, 134 North Main Street in downtown Bowling Springs. See them for your next automotive buy or service. It's time to go yard. with a new John Deere from James River Equipment Company in Shelby. Now you can buy James River 1025R compact tractor for only $189 per month with 0% financing for 72 months. You can add a front-end loader for $60 a month or add a belly mower for $40 per month. And when you come in and get a quote, you'll be entered to win All-Star Awards. So go yard at James River Equipment Company, 703 North Coast Road, Highway 180 North in Shelby.
Applying for a car loan has never been easier than now at Jeff's Auto Sales in Lincoln and Shelby. Just apply online and get your financing pre-approved. Just go to jeffsautosales.com. And remember, they are the home of the $500 down payment. And shop online for your next vehicle. See the entire selection, pick out the one you want, and just apply online. That's Jeff Auto Sales, 3081 East Highway 27 in Lincoln, 4490 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Again, apply online at jeffsautosales.com.
And we're back on Saturday Morning Sports Talk with Kevin and the gang.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Saturday Sports Talk, brought to you by McDonald's of Cherryville. Stop by before the post 100 game tonight, and after the game, get up. Also, breakfast time. Still stop in right now if you're around the area. Lunch and dinner as well. It's we'll talk a little football time. Terry ain't been here in a couple weeks. So we've got to catch up on some stuff. Terry, did you see the update the president gave us on the Cleveland situation in Cleveland?
Well, I kind of glanced. Well, I love that.
Next week he'll be in a Hornets uniform. I haven't got the Hornets one yet, but we'll talk about it. We'll see what's going on with that one. But
don't lose it yet.
I know you need that one, Terry. We'll just have to. Don't Terry wants the graphic. He's going to put that as his phone screensaver.
I'm going to send that to a lot of people.
Yeah. There you go, Charlie. I'll make it even bigger for you. Is that hell for you?
Got one big, beautiful quarterback room.
That's even better.
What?
Instead of
we got one big, beautiful quarterback room now.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. We got one big, beautiful quarterback room with 8 quarterbacks.
Terry's not like, send me this. He's like, he's taking a picture of it on the TV in the studio. This is how old he is.
That's right. Hey, we all
the best quarterback room in the history of the NFL.
That's right.
Greatest. And my quarterback room's fantastic. Much better than Obama. Much better than Obama.
Gosh. All right, so Brown's not doing well. We do have 5. We're the most well-equipped quarterback room. What are you talking about?
I mean, hey.
You got to have all the bombs. You can't let the other ones have more than you.
Did you go away from high school to middle age?
I'm sure Kenny Pickett's going to be
traded.
Yeah, it will probably get like a 5th rounder or something. Who knows? I don't know. What would you trade for Kenny Pickett? I don't know. But anyway, we do got a little
my water boy.
We do got a little football news. Speaking of, I'll do the Browns real quick. We talked about the superior athletes that they should pick at the number 2 pick. I want you guys to check out Terry. Please don't laugh. I know you're going to. This is our number 1 overall pick. Fourth or 5th overall. What was it again?
5th. I'm pretty sure it's 5th.
Now
they traded at it from 2 to 5.
Now we're gonna make fun of the Hornets and Browns today, and these are my teams because of the picks that they make at 4 and 5. So, as a Hornets fan, Zach, we get Con Nipple. The Toronto Raptors get Vince Carter. Don't tell me that's the same thing.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. So here we are, the Browns. They could have picked Travis Hunter or
Ashton Jeanty
or any other godly athlete on this planet. Terry, here's our pick. I just can't.
No telling how good he is on the field.
Oh, I'm sure he's amazing.
Camera doesn't pick it.
See there, he's not
an offensive lineman, y'all. He plays the same position Aaron Donald plays. You want me to show you a picture of Aaron Donald? Yeah. You want me to show you a picture of Aaron Donald? Okay. Same position. But this is 4th overall. I ain't saying 2nd round. My God, this boy's so out of shape.
That's big country.
I'm just waiting for him to throw up any time now.
That's big country.
There's your Browns that takes the
just
day.
Remember,
Terry would like this.
Just remember, he only has to play 3 or 4 seconds.
That's true too.
So there you go.
Holy.
As long as he's in the way.
I might all the seconds he gets in NFL.
That's right.
Jeez, he might get cut. They did announce though that they are getting the new stadium, a new dome. It should be really nice. Maybe probably Super Bowl coming, hopefully coming to town. How about for the home fans complaining about we're going to lose our home field advantage? You know what the record was, Terry? At home, since 1999, 86, 123-1. Guys, just put the dome on top, because then maybe you might get some players that might not want to play in the cold come and play and see how that works out. All right, I'm going to show you guys this video, and tell me what you think. This is a dad and a son working out, nice and cute. Whatever dad and son should do, right? I'm just going to hit play on this.
Oh, Lordy.
What, Terry? Chip, this is what you got to do with your boy. She doing medicine ball squats. Y'all know who this is?
Is that Warren Sapp?
No, the fella doing the squats is Brandon Jacobs.
Former running back from the Giants.
That's his son. Next to him,
who's 13 years old,
who's going to?
He looks like a left tackle.
I'm about to read it. I think he's going to Alabama. 6'4", like 295, something like that, or something. He's like 6'8". His dad's 6'4".
Yeah.
Brandon Jacobs 6'4". Look up Brandon Jacobs' size.
Huge back
Look
in
up
the
Brandon
day.
Jacobs' size real quick.
Good
so I don't
running
have
back.
to
Yeah,
take
he's
it off.
making sure Dad stays in shape.
He's got the rope. They got the ropes tied to each other, so neither one of them's going anywhere.
You know.
Well, look at.
I want to see him drag his daddy by that rope.
They're on a turf field. Look, they got socks on.
They got their socks on. Yeah, what's Brandon Jacobs' size? And then we're gonna then I'm gonna click.
Son,
I just
if you
want
want to get to the NFL, this
when
is
he
what
was
you have
his
to do.
plank. Good gracious.
Have a baby by Brandon Jacobs.
6'4", 260.
6'4", 264.
Brandon Jacobs is 6'4", 260.
Yep.
Zach, is that Andre the Giant standing there?
I say he's 6'8". That kid, he has to left tackle. If he's not left tackle, shame on his dad for not putting him.
He might be a
left tackle.
defensive tackle.
He could be.
It says he's at Clemson. It don't say his size. Somebody find Braden Jacobs.
Does it say what he
Braden
what
Jacobs.
I'm looking at it. I'm looking it up right now.
Offensive tackle. There you go, Zach. Freshman offensive lineman at Clemson. I don't see the size yet.
6'7", 320. It's listed by Clemson as 6'7", 320.
There you go. It's big
Like
boy.
I said, all you had to do is play 3 or 4 seconds.
Yeah, well, that's what I used to tell my lineman, Terry. I ain't gonna lie.
Just help me
You
out.
just
Just
get in
a
the way
little.
for 3
That's
seconds.
That's it.
Just don't let me get smoked in 3 seconds.
That's
So I can
it.
get rid of the ball. Please, you got one job.
And I remember teams who never gave their quarterback 3 seconds.
No,
Only
we
had
like
like
this
1 or
us.
2.
I think Aaron Rodgers just
Look,
told
1 or 2.
Look, there he is with his dad.
Yeah.
How much bigger he is there. And remember, Brandon Jacobs would make everyone in this room
Yeah.
look so tiny.
I think Aaron Rodgers said this week, he's talking about Justin Fields, he said, can't read defense, and you're up there. He said you better be the fastest player on the field.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because he's going to get creamed.
All right, let's see. Got a couple more footballs, news and notes. Terry, how the Cowboys doing? Nothing? Anything?
No, we're doing nothing.
Nothing.
Y'all
Panthers
like
do-
nothing in
Panthers doing
last 2
anything
years?
lately?
No.
Nothing with the Panthers?
No. I'm interested to see how this receiving core turns out. I would like to see Leggett do really well. I like him.
I like him, and I think he needs to, but the few times that he's got to play, he's not been what
he's not
quote
elite.
been up
Well,
to should have been.
I think the guy they drafted this year is supposed to help take. Like, I don't think Legette's a legitimate number 1, but I think he could be a good number 2 with what's his name that they drafted this year.
You know how bad it is, and this is us to Carolina. Our 2 wide receivers are like 75% better than anything Carolina's got.
Yeah,
one of them, CeeDee Lamb.
Well, I know that, but I'm just saying Pickens
he's 75%
is probably
better than
75% better
95% of the
than what
league.
they got.
We still got Thielen, so we got
he's
somebody catch a ball in the end zone. So
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
he
about
can
all
play.
I mean,
all he can do.
There is no yak with Adam Thielen.
No.
Well, you can say what you want about CeeDee Lamb, but CeeDee Lamb is not jumping in a hot mud puddle in the middle of South Carolina to rescue one of his boys in his white tennis shoes and white T-shirt. This is Xavier Leggett. His boy got his his ATV stuck in the mud.
Oh,
creek.
wow.
And Xavier's going to get down and help him get it out of there, but he's trying to tell him how right there. And then,
you see Leggett show up at the Kentucky Derby?
No.
Yeah,
It was epic.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Cowboy boots,
we
cowboy
saw,
hat.
We saw that. He was.
he should be a reporter. I'd much rather have him on the sidelines than some lady.
Is he pinned underneath us that he can't get his leg out?
No, he's not pinned. He's trying not to. He's trying not to be under the water. Xavier's got to get in there and get it out for him. But anyway, he got him rescued. But
I'm telling you, man, put him and Jameis on a podcast together.
oh my gosh,
telling you,
it'd be the best show of all
talk
time.
about epic.
Eating W's.
Yes.
Who knows what would be said?
Oh my
Good
gosh.
grief. You're right about that. You're right about that.
I would sign Jameis to back up Bryce Young. Just get Jameis.
So, all right. Anything else on y'all's fronts on your own teams there? Anything else on that?
Nope.
No, nothing on the Panthers. Just Xavier Leggett.
Yeah, wait and see what the rookie wide receiver does. They had a lot of good scouting on him. I just don't know if he's got enough speed. I don't know to get open. He's going to be Keyshawn Johnson.
I think he can. I don't know how much you're going to get yards after the catch. I think he's supposed to be a good route runner that's
got
supposed to be
really good hands
and get good separation. Yes, his hands are his best weapon.
And
he
he's
should
very
be
tall.
Should be able to get good separation, is what I've heard.
Well, there's your Browns' new stadium design.
It looks like
a
floppy disk drive.
2.4 billion dome stadium.
Prop bets at every corner.
So it's supposed to have, the way they're going to do the dog pound, and it didn't show the picture here, is it's going to be the closest end zone to the field in the NFL. So they're going to put the wall right up next to the out of bounds marker, basically.
Good.
Then, like the Rose Bowl, basically, the dog pound will be straight up one section. And so it's basically like a fan wall behind it. It's not going to have like separated sections or holes in the back. It's just going to be like one big section. I'm going to try to find that, but that's the ideas behind it. But there's what the view is supposed to be of the new stadium.
Then they can fix the Redskins, and then
they're supposed to be moving back.
Yeah.
I think to
fix the Redskins and
they've
put
been
a place for Hogs.
They're having to dig out of a lot of the Daniel Snyder era and his I would say his toxic management on so many different levels. This new owner, he's
all you got to do.
Good mentality.
You only got to do one thing to fix it.
Well, Magic's
Change the
involved.
name. Give them the Redskins name back. The
agree.
fan base would go absolutely insane.
Well, Magic is involved, so
yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
he's been,
and he's one of the world's best for saying change it.
Yeah, well, and I was about to say his business acumen is with professional sports franchises across the spectrum. It doesn't matter the sport, not just basketball, has been very impressive. He's gotten involved with the right groups and invested the right money. So that's it's impressive to watch Magic and see what he's done again in multiple areas, multiple avenues.
I don't know why that's not coming clear. I did find a rendering of it. I'm gonna see if I can get a clear one, but it's not showing it. That one's, you could tell if I show it to you what it's like, but it's not a. Why would it not be? How do you not have a clear picture of that now? That's weird. I gotta get that changed. But anyway, let's look. This is kind of what it's supposed to be for you folks. That's the end zone.
Huh.
So it's supposed to be all across.
That's steep.
All across the.
That's interesting.
Like I said, it's supposed to be like a college.
That's what it might.
One of the old college stadiums where there's no breaks in the fans. There's some in the middle there, of course. But like, look at what you want to look at is look how close to the end zone.
Yeah.
From end to end it is.
Like guys,
all the way across the back.
You need to go to the bathroom before you sit down. Just to let you know.
But once we get up there to the top, we're staying.
I'm sure there's.
Well,
there's still
and
people,
then we're going to stay here at least an hour and a half after the game's over for all these people to leave.
Well, Terry, you know what some of these stadiums are doing and what this looks like. If you look, there's people walking across the top of that concourse there.
Yeah.
This may actually go down as opposed to going up. Some of the stadiums that are building up, they'll build the football field and stadium down into the ground, and then have the upper deck actually If you remember, the Charlotte Coliseum was actually like that for the folks old enough to remember that. You walked in, you only had to go up like 8 steps to get to the upper deck. It wasn't even like you were almost in the upper deck when you were there, which I thought that was a neat little stadium. The way they actually had that was kind of. It's hard to describe to people like how that was.
Somebody's going to die walking down those stairs. somebody's going to trip.
Maybe.
After halftime.
Maybe.
Yeah.
All right, we come back. We got basketball, golf, and more at ktcbroadcasting.com.
I'm Lon Helton, inviting you to join me as I count down the top 30 country hits in the USA, along with my co-host Cole Swindell, who's getting ready to be a dad.
August 5th is the due date, so we'll see.
So you ready?
I think so, yeah. It's not going to be a lot of sleep.
That's Cole Swindell this week on Country Countdown USA.
Wednesday at 1 p.m. on WCSL, 92.9 FM, 1590 AM, ktcbroadcasting.com.
Did you hear what Grizzly the Greeter said? He said it's the biggest sale ever on Liberty Buildings. Now's the time to buy at Blessed Buildings and Tiny Homes in Cherryville. Get up to 25% off select models right there on the lot. Take 30% off play sets on the lot. Take 25% off site builds. First come, first serve, and take $1,500 off add-ons. But hurry, limited builds. Blessed Buildings and Tiny Homes, 2268 Lincoln and Highway 150 East in Cherryville. Online at blessedbuildingsdashtinyhomes.com.
Once again, here with my main man, the head Silverado guy at the undealership, Fred Caldwell Chevrolet in Clover, Martin McKinley, in the heart of summer, my friend.
And you know what that means, summer vacations.
You are not kidding. Not a moment goes by that I'm not targeted by some ad for places to go in the mountains, at the beach, everywhere.
And the good thing is this, no matter where you're going, Fred Caldwell Chevrolet has the vehicle to get you there in style with plenty of room.
Specifically, the 25 Chevy Silverado 1500, 0% APR for 36 months, plus $1,000 bonus cash.
And don't forget about our great selection on pre-owned vehicles.
Tell me about that Car Bravo program.
With Car Bravo, every vehicle comes with a standard limited warranty, 24-hour roadside assistance, courtesy transportation, and a 10-day 500-mile vehicle exchange program. Plus, your Fred Caldwell pre-owned ride comes certified.
Call or text Martin to get started.
704-534-1014.
Online anytime at FredCaldwellChevy.com, and together, let's drive to Fred Caldwell Chevrolet in Clover. On approved credit, GM Financial, restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Check out the Red Hot Buys this month at Ferguson Ace Hardware in Cherryville. See a line of Weber and Traeger grills along with pellets, rubs, and spices. See the great deals on famous Milwaukee, DeWalt, and Craftsman Power Tools, Benjamin Moore, Clark Kensington, and Royal Paint starting at $29.99 a gallon. And keep the bugs away with Raid or Off insect repellents at Ferguson Ace Hardware, Highway 150 East in Cherryville. Ace is the helpful place.
On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again.
Before you hit the road, head to Zeus Auto Repair and Performance in Lincoln. With over 30 years of experience, they promise you'll be completely satisfied with their work. From an oil change to brakes to a North Carolina inspection to a tune-up, they are there for you. Get on the road again with a stop in at Zeus Auto Repair and Performance, 1122 South Aspen Street in Lincoln. Open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday, 8 to 12 on Saturday. Online at ZeusAutoRepair.com. Yes, it's hot outside. That's why we suggest coming to the air-conditioned showroom at Tri-City Outdoor Power Equipment in Forest City and check out the red-hot deals on Bobcat mowers for homeowners and commercial. And right now, select Bobcat mowers are up to $2,000 off. Ask about their financing options. It's more affordable than you think. See Tri-City Outdoor Power Equipment, 221 Daniel Road, Forest City. Online at TriCityOutdoor.com. Like them on Facebook, too.
And we're back on Saturday Morning Sports Talk with Kevin in the game.
All right, so I did some research over here. $100, Terry.
Oh, that's money well spent.
Yes.
Oh.
He's rated 4.57 out of 5. And you can go to Jose Canseco's Cameo, and you can click on the reason to get a video. You can say happy birthday, graduations, a pep talk. We can have him roast someone, get advice from Jose, Ask a question, promote your business or others. Jose is a popular choice for personalized cameo videos with fans often requesting messages related to his baseball career and personal life. Customers frequently ask Jose to mention specific sports teams, famous quotes, and notable events. Many videos are ordered for birthdays, graduations, and other milestones with fans highlighting the recipient's fandom and unique connections with Jose. Whether it's a congratulatory message, a dose of motivation, or friendly roast, Jose brings his signature charisma and passion to the game for every personalized video. Average video length is 41 seconds. What to expect? Write a short set of instructions, get your video, and share the magic. Send a message, $19.99. $100 for specific messages, I guess. I wonder what the 19. Oh, you gotta pay him to read your message, $20. There you go, Terry. I think that's what that means, isn't it? Send a message, $20, Zach. Has to be, right?
I think you have to pay that just to get it to him, and I think then you have to pay his.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
fee.
saying.
Yeah. That's worth every penny of that. I put my 25 in to get Cinephony a good one for that.
Terry, if you didn't know, his zodiac sign is Cancer. He's 61 years old. You want to read some of the reviews? I can't read that. That one's dirty. But everybody likes Jose. So we're gonna do this. This is 100. I mean, this is easy money, right?
Okay.
Birthdays, roast, Father's Days, pep talks. There's examples from each one of them. Just it couldn't get any better.
He's a capitalist. He's a businessman.
I'm looking at some of the other folks you can get.
Somebody had Ric Flair call Neil Prince one time, Kevin, if you remember Neil. I know.
And who
For his birthday. Ric Flair.
I was about to say, if Ric Flair's not on Cameo, he should be he would make more doing that than he did his
He's done
career,
this in like
probably.
2000.
You can get DDP for $150.
Yeah, we were there when Flair called. It was great. He was probably drunk.
Why is DDP at $50 more than Jose Canseco?
Steve Smith's $200.
Junior?
Yeah. No, Steve Smith Senior.
Oh, okay.
Tyreek Hill's $800. Holy cow!
You got to pay for all them kids.
Yeah.
800. Oh gosh, Zach.
Jake the Snake's 100.
My God.
Jake the Snake's
Jose's
125.
pretty cheap, man.
Philip Rivers is probably $1,200 too. Just paying by the kid.
Chip,
Yeah.
you can make the money, son.
Phil, yeah. Cameo, me and my kids. My master's hat.
That's right.
Which kid? Got to feed the kids week.
Which kid do you
Chip will
want?
roast anybody.
No, hey, kids roasting people is hilarious. My son's almost to that point right
Scott
now. He's
Steiner,
talking a little joke now.
$125.
No. Scott Steiner's more than Jose can say. God.
Emmett Smith's $725.
Oh, I was about to say. He better be that much. Take up the goats.
But it's
the
not
goat's
going to be as
time.
funny as Jose's. Jose.
No,
That's
that's
right.
what I'm saying. I can't believe
The Boz is $150.
maybe Jose.
He probably still got a concussion.
maybe
from when
Jose
Bo
is
hit
really
him.
special. But we do have an example of what you can get. And we're running promos for Jose here, but I mean this is just gold.
Great.
It's just
This is
gold.
awesome.
It really is. All right, here we go.
Nyman, hope I'm saying that right, from David Sampson. Says here, Emily's a huge Yankee fan and also loves the Miami Marlins. She thinks David Sampson was a great team president because he got a ballpark built in Miami. So what? She also loves nothing personal with David Sampson. She also has nothing personal with David Sampson, of course. Is a huge fan of mine. Well, thank you for being a huge fan of mine. I have no idea who this guy is you're talking to, and it wasn't really that difficult to get a ballpark in Miami. As a matter of fact, Miami's like a hellhole. I can't stand Miami. The politics there are brutal. It's just awful. Well,
I think I know somebody in Miami.
I'm glad you're a fan of mine. I want to give you a big foreign bash right there. Do I still have it? I still got a little bit, right? Not bad for a 58-year-old man. I want to wish you the best of luck, and I'm glad you're a big baseball fan. Like the Yankees? Do you like the Yankees and the Marlins? Wow, what a weird combination. Yankees and Marlins. East Coast, West Coast. All right.
That makes no sense.
Take care and have fun.
East Coast, West Coast.
Terry, I've got to go to the resident Yankee fan to explain the East Coast, West Coast thing. Go ahead there Chip.
I'm going to yield my time.
I'm leaving that to you.
I'm still looking at this cameo.
You're going to pass that to Terry?
Yeah, you can get Arn Anderson for $100. You can get Christian Okoye. You can get the Nigerian Nightmare for $125.
Oh, my God.
Bigger, faster, stronger today, right?
Yeah, right.
All right.
Sorry.
All right. Little.
I'm having way too much fun with this.
I
right
know.
now.
So little basketball.
Yeah.
WNBA is expanding.
Yeah, 3 teams.
And Charlotte does not get it.
Oh.
Cleveland, Detroit, and Philadelphia by 2030. Charlotte may end up getting the sting back. But isn't it weird, Terry, that Houston doesn't have a team anymore? And
Yeah.
they won like the first how many championships? And Cynthia Cooper.
And they are a huge city.
Third,
They're
was the third largest in the country, maybe by population, and they don't have a WNBA team. So anyway, so there's the news on that. The Hornet, so you Charlotte folks did not get your team, but we do have breaking news here. You know, I mentioned this last week that sometimes it's just such a weird league. Chip, y'all, will let you read the headlines for this one.
WNBA star Nalisa Smith, quote unquote, sick to my stomach after unexpected trade to Aces separates her from girlfriend. There you have it.
Now, Terry, in a lot of businesses, you're not supposed to have relationships with coworkers.
That's right.
I don't think the WNBA has this rule.
Well, she just got through saying that. Yeah. Okay. Well, it's a league. They pay you to play. So you're going to have to go where they want you to go.
So my proposal for this whole time is, and y'all tell me if I'm crazy or not, which I probably am, why don't they play like high school and play before the boys?
Oh, I know what you're saying. You're saying, yeah.
5 o'clock is the WNBA game.
Yep.
NBA game follows it.
Yep.
That would justify your high prices and high whatever hot dogs.
Yep.
I mean, I'll buy 2 hot dogs instead of one for $10. But like, I don't know. I just always thought you want to get those same fans. I'm not taking my son to a WNBA game.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm with you.
So like, how do you get those fans watching them? 6 o'clock WNBA game. Or hour and a half, whatever, 2 hours before it, and then play that one. That was just,
And you got,
they don't want to do that because Indiana they actually sell.
Yeah,
tickets.
they actually do.
The rest of them don't.
They do.
Well, I was going to back you up on that, Kevin. Other than Indiana, they're not making money off their ticket prices anyway. They need viewership,
right?
But they are getting viewership the last 2 years. It has skyrocketed.
I did get a suggestion on Jose Canseco from a good friend. He says, "How about we do some Mad Libs with Jose Canseco?" Y'all remember the Mad Libs? That's pretty much what he's doing, though. I think if you just rate him, he turns it into a Mad Lib. There's no way they wrote out everything he just said.
I found. I found.
They probably just said "Happy Birthday, Jake," and he went on a rant.
I think we should have Jose Canseco do our intro, but I have found who we need to do. Have roast Tom. Tim Donahue.
Albert Bell.
Tim Donahue's on here.
Need somebody that hates the umpire.
Now he could just tell Tom, if you do a prop bet, I can fix it for you.
So
just let me know what game.
Other NBA actors, you see Rebecca Lobo had to apologize for her comments.
Yes.
No, I did not see that.
No, I this is the first I'm hearing about this.
All right, so listen to these awful comments.
So they disagree with you. They do, and I disagree with them, and that's fine. That's what makes America great, right, Pant Ward? I should rephrase that. Yes. But yeah, I did think
opinion are perfectly
yes,
fine.
that's a better way to say it. Sorry about that.
That makes no sense.
Oh my gosh.
She had to apologize for saying that's what makes America great. There was a 7-second pause. I'm guessing
Somebody said something
was talking
to
to
her.
her in her ear.
Yep.
You can't say that. And then she apologized. And the other one's like, "That's just your opinion," is what the other announcer said to her.
Whatever. Come on.
We are the
y'all.
only.
This announcer is getting paid to broadcast a women's basketball game, and she is saying that this country is not great to her.
We are the only country.
What other country?
Yeah.
What other country? Real quick, name one. I don't know who has
Might be making my point.
who has women broadcasters on any sport.
Yeah. Well, we are the only country in the world right now who it's okay, who is actually encouraging our citizenship not to feel good about your country. No other country does that. It's just, look, and one of my friends several years ago put up a post that sums it up perfectly. And this is nobody can see both sides of an argument anymore. It's like, I can sit here, and it actually was a July 4th a few years ago. So I can sit here and believe that America is a great country and be proud to be an American and still think there are issues that we need to fix in this country. You can be both. Those are not mutually exclusive. It's just, such children.
Well, George Washington was a patriot and a traitor at the same time.
Happy treasonous American Traitor Day yesterday, everybody.
You cannot like your government and love your country. All right, but it was just
Absolutely.
There's your WNBA weirdness of the week.
Half the country feels that way for every 4 years.
I've got a video. I've got to rewatch this because I meant to show it for Terry like 2 weeks ago, and he wasn't here. It's a really interesting video on Durant and Draymond and the Warriors. I got to rewatch. It's a minute 50, so I got to make sure there's no cussing in that. So I want to get back to you. LeBron Cam got escorted away from LeBron's security, trying to talk to LeBron's mama this past weekend. This is a story. If you haven't seen it, you got to go watch it. It's just, I can't play it, but I clicked on it to remind me. Cam telling the story is hilarious, but check out on that online. All right, speaking of betting, how about Malik Beasley is being investigated for point spreading? How about, watch this play. Excuse me. Now the Timberwolves, the spread is 8.5. Timberwolves are down 8. Okay, and then the free throw I think makes it to 9. So let's watch this Nick Batum free throw in Beasley. His team's losing, Terry, by 9 points with 5 seconds to go. All right, y'all ready for this suspicious action?
And the spread?
8.5.
Yep.
Full court.
Beasley's going to get it off. One last shot.
0.4 seconds left. Beat the spread.
Well,
full court drive with 5 seconds left. He dunks it at 0.4 to break the spread. Is it fixed, Terry? Is he point spreading?
Well,
opinions.
That's what you're looking at there, because most people just throwing it in to let the clock run out and the game's over anyway.
What did he want? What did he want those 2 points for?
I'm more suspicious of the lack of defense. So what did they want him
it didn't
to score
mean
for?
nothing.
No, he would have missed the free throw if it was that.
We're not going to play it.
Okay.
Because that free throw put him over the 8.5. It was 8. That put him over 8.5. Beasley's like, the heck it did.
Beasley's going to get it off. One last.
Give me my money back. Suspicious, Terry?
Well,
Zach?
I mean,
you look at it and you think, but maybe he needed 2 more points added to his total of his career in his NBA.
Maybe you had a prop bet or how many points he was going to score for.
Either way.
Yeah.
Well, either way.
I don't know.
What do y'all say it is?
How inspired were you with that point, Zach?
He was pretty inspired.
There's nothing clean about that, right?
Now, I can understand if they'd thrown at me. I'd have been down there firing up a 3 or something. I mean, I'd have
Terry's
done
going to
something.
Steph Curry him.
That's it.
Terry, he swung through and went on a fast break by himself.
Well,
I played point guard. That's what he just swung through on the inbounds to get the ball.
I got
and run
enough
the fast.
time
He's
to
running the
score 2
secondary
more
break
points.
over here.
I got enough time.
All right. Only 3 active players have 3 or more NBA championships.
3 active
3
players.
active.
I'm not 3. Only 5 active players.
Oh,
5 active
okay.
players have
We know
3
LeBron's one.
Have 3 or more NBA championships.
Steph.
Those are
Steph's
2.
2.
Draymond.
Those are 3.
Yep.
Clay.
Yeah.
Those are 4.
Is Iggy still playing?
Mm-mm.
Does the Joker got 2?
No.
No, he's only got 1.
One? They just got 1? I thought they got 2.
Is it a known commodity?
No.
That's what we figured. Yeah.
Jordan Poole?
I'll give you a hint. Bugs Bunny.
Big ears.
Kevin Looney Tunes. He just got traded from the
Looney.
Warriors.
I was thinking.
Oh,
I was thinking.
Kevin,
Poole, but
Kevin Looney has 3 championships. But is that not interesting? LeBron's got 3, and the Warriors do, and no one else does. And the only reason the other ones do is because Steph Curry's got 3.
Yeah, right.
Draymond, Clay, and Kevin Looney.
you know they put up the
Because they had a leader, Draymond.
There you go.
they
Oh
put
my
up
gosh.
they put up the ages of some of these players, and you don't. For some reason, I don't never think of Steph being that old, but Steph's like 37.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like it really surprised. But he did go 4 years college, and he come out in 2009, I believe it was. But they put up all those guys are getting up there. They did. It was LeBron, Chris Paul, Jimmy, Steph. It's all the big name guys. Damian Lillard, 35. So I was really shocked at that.
Well, Lillard just got released.
Yeah, he did.
What do you think? Any thoughts on where he might go? Should go?
You think he lands in L.A.?
He's pretty much going to have to skip a year.
Yeah. And he's 35 now.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to be 37 coming back. But
Well,
shooters still can shoot.
Everything's saying he wants to be in Miami. That's where he's been wanting to go the whole time.
I mean, do they have anything that if he wants a championship,
You
what I'm saying.
It's got to be next year, though. Remember, it's not, whatever it is.
If
There's a lot of stars out this coming. Think of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The Celtics, Terry, I heard you guys talking. They basically saved $200 million.
Don't give a darn what
Yeah, they
we
was in the
say.
$500 million
I know you
range.
don't, but
Went
the
down to
owners do.
285. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the owner, no, we just got bought out. So, I mean, now that's why all this happened. We just got bought out by new owners, and then they go like, well, we're
They
just not
mailed in
going to
next
do
year.
all this. Yeah, that's exactly what they said.
Going the way that there's
I mean, you got rid of everybody.
They're talking about getting rid of Jalen.
Yep. Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You're gonna find out how good, quote unquote, good.
I mean, think
Jason
of what we
Tatum
got
is
right
if you
now.
get rid of
It's
Jaylen
not
Brown.
bad because you still got Derek White, you still got Pritchard, you still got Jalen.
They picked up the guy that replaced Porzingis is pretty decent. I can't think of his name right now, but
yeah.
Well, I don't
Porzingis
blame him for
replaced-
that because how many games did Porzingis play?
Right, that was
like,
the,
You know what I'm
or
saying?
he was
I
like
could
an
understand
extra.
that.
Yeah.
My whole deal was True Holiday.
Yeah.
I'm like, why him? I mean, he shot 50, 40. I mean, from the field. I mean, 50%, 40% from 3, and 90% from the line, and you let this guy go away. I have a hard time with that. This guy played. He knew how to play defense. He did everything a Boston Celtic fan would want out of their player. And then we just let him walk
They
away.
mailed it in. They mailed this year in. They'll rebuild.
And then we get rid of Horford. I mean, we just like one right after another one. And we're
Horford's
just letting go.
possibly going to 2 teams. I think he said Lakers and Warriors. I think it is, or retirement. So Horford can still be a.
No, he can play. He can play. He's not your legitimate, I'm going to play 40-some minutes, but he's a good 25 to 30.
Well, Hornets signed Spencer Dinwiddie,
10 years
traded
too
for
late.
Colin Sexton, re-signed Terrence Mann,
Plumlee.
signed all the rookies.
We got Plumlee back.
Wait, can I ask you
Got
one
a
thing, though,
Plumlee.
when you're doing all this?
Mm-hmm.
After you get done with them, go back and see who Boston signed, and we got an A+ for him.
What does that even mean?
Yeah, I mean, he comes from across the ocean, but
Signed
they gave it
or drafted.
drafted.
Oh.
Yeah, but they gave us an A+ for this guy.
They gave the Hornets an A for picking who? Kevin?
I mean,
Nipple from Duke.
yeah, you're like me.
Nipple from Duke.
And we got Plumlee back.
They ain't got
But this guy's young.
I have one player that spells the name right. Krzyzewski to Nipple and everything else. He starts with a K and ends with who knows.
Shire.
Again, some people get Vince Carter with the 4th pick or Anton Jameson. Charlotte Hornets get Colin Knippel. Cody Zeller.
Is there
Michael Kidd Gilchrist.
Oh my goodness! Don't even go to that draft and see who we missed.
Ace Bailey's going to be good, and it's going to be ridiculous that we
Yeah.
didn't pick him.
Yeah.
And it's just going to be the most ridiculous thing of all time.
They could have matched him up with.
insane.
That was going to be my question. Is that who you would have taken?
Yes, the
Yeah,
6'9"
he was
guy, the
supposed-
best scorer
he
of the
was
draft.
supposed to
Let's
go
not pick
2.
him. Yeah, let's not pick the best scorer of the draft.
He was supposed to go 2.
Just
Arguably, could have went 1. With his statistics. I mean, Flag. Who knows how Flag's going to be?
So there's a lot of people thinking, fingers crossed, hoping that with all these guards and the people that the Hornets have signed, there's some people on the market could be traded for. The Hornets may be looking to make a move with either Miles Bridges or LaMelo Ball. I'm hoping both.
Why not both? Why not both? We need to move on from this phase of the franchise.
But correct. You can't. Terry agrees. We can't wait to play winning basketball with LaMelo. How I just ain't gonna get into that.
You can't win a playoff series with LaMelo.
We can't get to a playoffs. He's been there 5 years.
Well, let's say they get lucky.
Have we made the playoffs with him yet? Well, we want to play in game.
Nope.
So and everybody, well, look at his teammates. Well, yeah, nobody's signing here. So that's a lot of the talk is LaMelo or Bridges somewhere. And I'm like, with all these extra picks, why don't we just call up Milwaukee and shoot for Giannis while we're at it?
Yeah.
$54 million. I'm going to match up these two right here. Let's see what happens. I need to put $3 million from the Bucks. So let me find $3 million here to give to the Hornets, and then we'll be ready to rock. So the Hornets could trade Melo and Bridges, and then how many ever draft picks? Give them everyone for the rest of history for Giannis. But there's a lot of talk for both of them right now.
You don't want to come here.
LaMelo's getting paid $37 million. Bridges is $25 million. Now you say you don't want to come here, but signing Dinwiddie, we traded for Connaughton, some of his teammates from Milwaukee. Damian Lillard is a year out. He's a free agent. We make one trade, LaMelo for Giannis. Now we got Giannis and Dame Lillard in the house, and the whole Bucks starters from this year, basically. Got Connaughton and everybody else. We're ready to rock. His brother, Thanasis, will be here following after that.
And you tell me you tell Giannis's brother.
Yeah.
Did you see the thing this week about his salary?
No.
They said that Thanos agreed to 5 years, $50 million from the such and such. He said, but the team didn't agree to
it. the fake reports.
Yeah, it's fake report.
Milwaukee, the NBA trade machine says the Bucks would get 8 wins better trading Giannis for LaMelo and Miles Bridges, and we would get 8 wins worse. So
really,
that's according to the NBA trade machine right there. You looking at it? 8 games worse what the Hornets would be.
That's about the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
ESPN's never watched Charlotte play, apparently.
Yeah.
But seriously, Giannis still got 3 years on his deal. You trade for him now. You have Dame Lillard come on in, sign him, and you're ready to rock.
You're assuming Lillard wants to come play. And
he might want to play with Giannis.
Well,
that's different than Charlotte. Because you have to trade, Hornets will have to trade for a star like this. And then that's the only way you're getting anyone to ever sign a contract as a free agent with Charlotte.
How hard is it for people to believe that Brandon Miller, if that trade would happen, is going to get better?
Right.
Because you got to worry about the guy underneath. Brandon Miller, all of a sudden, you're free, buddy. Play your game.
And then our third pick can just light him up from
I mean,
from the outside.
Yeah, but
right
see, he's the Knipple. He's the guy that can do everything.
We drafted.
He's 15 points, 10 rebounds
at 4th.
We picked. JJ Redick Light.
Who did?
He's not even. That's what
Did we not?
Where was Redick picked? Where was
that's
Redick
Grayson
picked?
Allen. That's Grayson Allen.
Where was Redick picked? And Grayson Allen picked, and he's not better than either one of them, is he?
15 maybe.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's the most ignorant.
Yeah,
thing
but
I've ever seen.
Knipple never really got to play on account of Cooper Flag.
He's sitting on the bench. He sat the bench at Duke.
Listen to me. No,
Terry.
he played, but the ball was in Cooper Flag's hands.
I don't care. He's not Vince Carter. I want Vince Carter.
Now he's free.
JJ was drafted
12th or 13th?
11th overall. Grayson Allen was drafted 21st overall.
There you go.
Congratulations. We just spent a top 5 draft pick on
over someone's.
Look,
Look,
this
I'm not
guy's
saying nothing bad about Redick.
he's
Hey,
no, Redick was
Terry.
I'm telling you, this guy,
serviceable.
he's going to be
Terry.
a 15, 10. That's what you're looking for.
Scottie Pippen averaged 16, Terry.
Well,
what do you mean he's going to average 15?
15, 10.
No,
And be able to
was
play
not
defense.
Grabbing 10 boards a game. No.
Wait and see.
Knipple. No.
Yeah, he
no.
will.
He's
Oh,
not
yeah.
averaging a double-double.
Not unless LaMelo says you just need to get my rebounds.
Yeah.
Terry, there's only like
That's right,
5 people that average 10 rebounds a game. In the
I'm
NBA.
firing threes up from half court. You just go and get my rebounds and see if you can.
There's 8 people in the NBA that average 10 rebounds a game, Terry.
And Draymond's not one of them.
No, he's not. I bet y'all can't name them, though.
Who? The rebounders?
Only 8 people in the NBA.
And
Giannis is number 1, by the way.
You got
Take it off the screen. Take it off the screen.
You got
You still can't see it.
Nuggets. Jokic.
Jokic is second.
You got Gobert.
He's not in there.
No.
Nope.
Pablo Banchero.
8.5. No Paolo.
No, Pablo. Oh, I said Pablo. Sorry.
It's not Pablo.
Trying to think.
Terry's boys, and there's a Celtic. Jason Tatum's averaged 11.5.
Really? Wow.
I wouldn't have guessed
I
that.
didn't think he did the dirty work down there.
What about Towns?
Oh, that's the postseason.
What about Cat?
I clicked the wrong button.
Oh, okay.
That's the postseason. There's 10. They're averaging 10. I'll go with them. Sabonis is 1. Anthony Towns.
Yep.
Jokic, Zubac, Walker Kessler, Giannis is 6. Gobert 7. Duran, the Penguin, and Vucevic. You're only 10. And Terry just said J.J. Redick's backup is going to be averaging 10 rebounds.
Good. How can you get like 5 number ones for Gobert and 1 for Luka?
Well, here's the. All right.
It depends who's
Here's what we
coming
do with
from,
Knipple. We need to let him just shoot away, just go crazy, and then do whatever. What did Orlando trade for Bane or whatever? All those first round picks.
Oh my Lord!
We need to get
4 or
that
5.
haul. We need to trade him in like 2 or 3 years once he wins a 3-point contest.
I mean, only Bane I knew was off of Batman. I didn't even know.
My point with the top 5 picks has always been get the best player scorer, like the one-on-one player, and you figure out everything else after that. Like, so I mean, you could pick Knipple at 15 or 10 or whatever. I don't care. Redick at 11, but if you're going to go 4 and say, well, he's going to be our backup shooting guard.
Yeah.
At 4, that's the same thing with the Browns picking a defensive tackle that doesn't look like Aaron Donald.
That looks like
ripped.
an
Doesn't
offensive
look
guard.
like the Hulk.
Yeah.
At 4,
But
take him at 10 to 20. I don't say nothing. But at 4 and 5, come on, guys, can we pick some studs?
He interviewed well.
Yeah, they did. They had a good dinner, Terry. Did you see that? That's the report. 2 to 5 different reports. You know what, Chip? And this is how stupid these reporters are. I'm gonna somebody like my tweet. Where's it at? This is how stupid these reporters are, especially these Charlotte ones. Some lady asked. Here it is. I'll play the question. I asked Jeff Peterson about that dinner Con Knipple said was a turning point for the Hornets. Dinner, Terry. The way he ate lamb chops is why we drafted this dude. Peterson felt similarly about him. Oh, God, we had a good date. We thought we were cute. We had lamb chops. We had some taters and some cheesecake at the end. Said they stuffed their faces at supper.
I really felt like we connected.
I'm going to play. This is a real NBA interview.
He has a good personality.
It's like Lady in a Tramp.
He has a good personality.
I can't make this up. Listen.
Told us that he had a dinner with you and Charles early in the draft process, and he said that he felt really good after that. What is that memory to you, and did you kind of walk away from that dinner with a similar feeling?
He's grinning like he just got kissed. Look at him. There's my first kiss. Look at this guy.
Did you kind of walk away
he was
from
at my dinner. Look at that smile, Terry. Your wife don't look at you when you say that. Well, let's talk about our anniversary.
Dinner with a similar
What is
feeling?
this?
Yeah, it was a great dinner.
Charlotte Hornets basketball.
But
He come from Boston.
For me, I think you go.
He knows what winning's about.
Watching these guys play, and then you get to sit with them for hours and get to know their personality, and truly figure out what makes them tick, what motivates them. So just getting more insight to his personality.
He has a great personality.
I think he wasn't very excited about Charles and I. He was very excited though about Andy Dalton, who was in the restaurant with us. So,
People want to know where you guys went as well.
I was very excited about the backup
the backup quarterback and the backup shooting guard can be friends.
Yeah.
And he liked cornbread better than he did a biscuit. I mean, my goodness.
I can't. This is the NBA, and again, Terry, you have a job to ask an NBA coach about the number 4 overall draft pick.
Yeah.
And we're talking about
a dinner.
biscuits.
Yeah.
Like so again, this is how they don't know what they're talking about. Wait a minute. Let's go to the tweet. I quote tweeted her tweet that she was bragging about asking I asked Jeff Peterson. I quote tweeted, great question. She liked my tweet, Chip. Didn't get the irony. Didn't get my sarcasm at all. Lady, come on, man. Someone is paying her to ask a head coach of the NBA about the dinner they had with the number 4 overall pick.
I would like to.
And nobody thinks this is embarrassing.
I would love for somebody to try to ask Bill Belichick that back when he was with the Patriots.
Right. Bill, did you draft Tom because he filled up his cereals with milk?
We're on the clip.
He used almond milk.
Yo, if y'all remember what Tom looked like, yeah. That's why that's funny.
He was using whole milk.
He wasn't drinking almond milk.
No.
Terry, are we embarrassing or what?
TB 25 was his fat percentage at that point. At that time.
And Ace Bailey went to who?
The very next pick,
Jazz.
Jazz.
Yeah, went to the Jazz.
He
had refused to meet with us and with Utah, and
Yeah.
Utah was like,
See?
"We're taking you anyway."
So, I mean,
he just didn't like purple.
Yeah, bump that. You're signed. You're going to play where you're signed. You know who's.
well,
where you're
yeah,
drafted.
but we know how that happened before. Kobe Bryant said, "No,
This
you're not
kid's
getting
not
me,
Kobe
buddy."
Bryant.
I know he's
he
not,
might be.
but that's what he just got through telling us.
Everybody's
Like, I'm not playing with you.
Okay, well,
Everybody's
let's put it
comparing
this
him
way.
to T-Mac.
He didn't demand any trade from Utah to LA.
No.
So I mean, he's going to play where he signs. He's going to play where
If
he's
that
drafted.
would have
Charlotte
happened,
anyway.
could we have not have took him and then like put him in for a trade for somebody else and got somebody?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Happens all the time.
But see, we didn't do that. We
No.
just like, okay, we'll just jump over you and let you
Let's,
go.
let's put him in with trade him and give LaMelo and Miles Bridges for Giannis. I'll give them all 3.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, you know.
they could change the franchise here if they really wanted to.
Yeah,
All right.
hot dogs.
We got a little golf and more to talk about here. Come back on KTCBroadcasting.com.
Do you suffer from peripheral neuropathy? Well, Pro Wellness Family Chiropractic in Lincoln can help with an effective treatment plan. Early diagnosis and consistent care may help reduce the severity of motor and sensory nerve damage. Also ask about dry needling. It can help to trigger points in those muscles, tendons, and ligaments. Find out how dry needling can help you feel better. See Pro Wellness Family Chiropractic, 644 Clark Drive in Lincoln, online at ProWellnessNC.com. Like them on Facebook too. And stay tuned for more information on their 10th year celebration coming soon.
It's time to go yard with a new John Deere from James River Equipment Company in Shelby. Now you can buy James River 1025R compact tractor for only $189 per month with 0% financing for 72 months. You can add a front-end loader for $60 a month or add a belly mower for $40 per month. And when you come in and get a quote, you'll be entered to win All-Star Awards. So go yard at James River Equipment Company, 703 North Coast Road, Highway 180 North in Shelby.
It's the Slingshot Showstopper sales event at Full Throttle Power Sports in Lowell. Get up to $3,000 customer cash on remaining 2024 models, plus 15% off accessories. Plus, it's the all-out summer sales event on all Polaris models with up to $4,000 off 2024 models and financing at 0% for up to 60 months. And save big on the Suzuki King Quad ATVs with 0% financing for up to 36 months or $1,600 in customer cash. At Full Throttle Power Sports, 100 Indian Walk in Lowell. Online at ncfullthrottle.com.
Performance meets power at Boyd Tire and Appliance and Boyd Lawn and Garden in Clover. See the new John Deere mowers, the Gravely mowers, and the Aaron's mowers. Ask about 0% financing for up to 36 months, plus a full line of Steel and Echo trimmers. Keep your lawn looking sharp with a stop in at Boyd Tire and Appliance and Boyd Lawn and Garden, located at 110 North Main Street in Clover. Online at BoydTireandAppliance.com.
Oh, well, everybody's heard about the bird.
Hi, folks. This is Buddy Cheney, owner of Promotion Motor Company. It's springtime. Bees are buzzing, birds are flying, and tops are coming off. At least the top of Jeep Wranglers and convertibles that we keep in stock at Promotion Motor Company. Yes, we have the quality pre-owned vehicle you are looking for. Trucks, sedans, SUVs, we got them. Good credit, bad credit, no credit, first-time buyers or on-lot finance. We have many options to get you in a quality pre-owned vehicle. So if you're looking to take your top off, and you know what I mean, come on down to Promotion Motor Company, located at 2527 East Main Street, Lincoln, or visit us at www.promotionmotors.com or call us at
704-735-0303. Man, the storms keep rolling on in. High winds, heavy rain, even hail. Protect your vehicle with a new carport from Acres Enterprises in Cherryville. They'll be more than happy to come out and give you a free estimate. And check out their pricing on metal roofing. They will not be beat. 12x3 sheets, just $30 a sheet. Now available in silver gabaloon, white, tan, patriot red, barn red, and they will not be undersold. That's Acre Enterprises, 1220 Shelby Road, Highway 150 East in Cherryville, right across from the food line. Online at acrecarports.com. Like them on Facebook too. Man, I got to get out of the storm.
And we're back on Saturday Morning Sports Talk.
Are we?
Yeah, we're back.
Are we back? All right, we're back. JP says we're back. That means we're back. Good morning, folks. Welcome to Saturday Morning Sports Talk, brought to you by McDonald's. I want to shout out to, well, probably not listening today. I will save that shout out next week. Zach, while you're sitting there, I was going to say hey to Eyes and Moose this week, but they're out of town.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we figured that out early in the week, didn't we, Kevin?
They tune in a little to us on Saturdays and check us out. So I want to say hi to them while they're out there. But they may be at the beach listening to us, but they're probably sitting in the Sound of Tom and dipping their toes in that Ohio water. All right, welcome to back to Sports Talk. You know, headline writing is key. Sometimes you just, got to pay attention and either you're really good at it or you're really accidentally good at it. So I don't know what to take from this one. Wimbledon had a match suspended, and Ben Shelton, they wanted to keep playing and finish it. But Chip, do you want to? I'll let you pick who reads the headline on this one.
Let's let Terry do this. I would pick Tom, but I need Tom to call in real quick.
I'm supposed to read that?
Yeah. To finish the match.
Okay. Ben Shelton lasted 1 minute.
There you go. American Ben Shelton just needed 1 minute to finish his suspended match. And then that's what they post on the story.
He's very proud of himself in that picture.
With the fist bump. FanDuel's silly with that one. That's who posted it. All right, how about a stat for you? From 1997 to 2009, Tiger Woods in majors was a grand total -134.
Yep.
The closest to him was +99.
Phil
Mickelson.
Yep.
250 strokes closest player to him.
No player under par except for him.
So this is a thread that I went and read the other day, Chip. I thought you'd be interested in this. Golf balls. So we've been a lot of talk about the rollback. Well, how about these folks did some research on them, cutting the balls open, and same balls, same sleeves have different ingredients, let's say.
Oh, really?
So there's now a big scandal that's about to explode in the golf ball industry. So they did a golf ball test here, and the manufacturers said you only needed to hit a couple balls per brand. They said a robot hitting the golf balls, that would all of them land basically in a bucket. That's how consistently their balls were. They were wrong. They said not only did they not all land in the bucket, our jaws dropped when we saw what happened. Some of the golf balls from the biggest names in the business and some of the most popular balls played in the world will fly 40 yards offline. Yeah, you heard that right. A ball that should have went straight started off that way and then they would go 40 yards left. It wasn't a one-time thing. Multiple brands flying 20 yards left or 40 yards right, depending on the machine. Let's see. So that means, Chip, for even if you've hit a bad shot or good shot, you don't even know, might not even know it.
Yeah, might not be rewarded for it.
So
might not just be your swing.
So before this test, they thought all 12 blocks in a box would perform the same. After we started cutting the balls open to find out what was wrong with them, we found incredibly off-center cores, completely different golf balls on the inside. Golf balls with ground-up rubber tires. Some brands had one name on the ball, and there were internal parts of other balls. Over the last few years, the ball testing we've done and the ball lab testing has cleaned up a lot of this mess in the industry. We still see a lot of quality control industry, and we're 100% that these are 100% affecting your scores. So basically, they went through and did a lot of this testing, and something's fishy is going on. Whether it's fishy or what, they're not the same things.
I'm gonna stick with that. That's the reason I've been bad all these years. I think I'm a really good golfer. These golf balls are just messing with me.
It's the golf balls.
It's the golf balls.
It's always.
It's gotta be the golf balls.
I don't even know what to say or think about that. It's just kind of a weird situation. You would think they'd be all made the same. Are they doing cost cutting? Making the balls, like, why would they be different inside inside the same
From one
sleeves
sleeve,
and the
yeah.
same brands? It's kind of like car manufacturers or like the eyeglass industry or whatever. The same brands, but they just use different names on everything.
It's kind of that's wacky to consider that you're, depending on which ball you use in a sleeve, you're not getting the same. You're not getting the same effect that you would with the exact same ball in a sleeve, or a different ball in the same sleeve.
You ever heard of Big Cedar Golf?
Mm-mm.
I haven't either. But this is we're going to take you to the tee box at number 3 at Big Cedar inside a cavern. Check how cool this is.
The Knicks have. The thing that's ironic and
that's probably the WNBA in the background. I had to switch that out real quick. Let me find where that audio is coming from, because that ain't even playing right now. Shut up. It's Ace Bailey's. Ace Bailey's
intro.
Well, his scouting report.
Draft yeah.
Here we go. Lions Den 115 yards through
That's a beautiful
a waterfall.
shot.
How cool is that, Chip?
Beautiful shot.
That's pretty.
It's very, very beautiful.
And I can complain. I can blame it on the waterfall if my shot's
Right.
not good.
The water hit the ball. Did I see that?
That's definitely water. Definitely knocked that offline.
But how cool is that? 115 yards through the waterfall. That's the tee box back there on the hill. For the folks who couldn't see,
that's cool.
Right there.
Water run. Look at that water
That's
run
the
all the way
tee box.
down beside the hole.
Neato. Look,
Ridgewater or something. I think I'm trying to see where it's located.
Missouri. Ain't that an MO? Oh, you can't see on
It's
your
hard to
screen.
see, yeah.
I've got a bigger screen here. I think it's Missouri. It says Big Cedar. You look that up. Big Cedar Golf. See where that comes out. But neat. Let's see. I think I had a couple more here of golf. Chip, did you see the bear? Was you here when we went over the bears to USGA?
No.
You haven't seen any bears at the
golden bear, but that's
how about the black bear chasing the deer?
Oh, hey.
at the US Open.
In the morning, didn't harm any spectators, but he did give my colleague Dottie Pepper quite a scare when it ran across the 13th fairway.
Oh my God, you guys!
Do you see it, Dottie?
It's like 15 yards.
Going right across. Yeah, there goes Dottie. There she is. And he's stuck.
Amazing he didn't mess with anything, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Like, all them people there, all that food there. It's just amazing. They didn't have any
He's probably scared.
other problems.
That's a lot of people.
I would have been Dottie Pepper too. I would have been like, oh my gosh.
What's the scariest wildlife you've seen in Augusta? Tiger? Or Greg Norman, the shark. You probably haven't seen him. He ain't been there in a while.
We saw he was there last year. Actually,
was he?
had to buy his own ticket.
How about the walrus?
Did see Craig Stadler?
They got a few animals wild animals in Augusta. Sometimes.
Yeah. Craig Stadler and his son. Stadler played the last year he played Augusta was the first year his son qualified to play. So he wanted to be able to play the tournament the same year his son did.
All right, boys. Where are they at this weekend? And did they do anything?
They
important this
are. Max Home is in contention. Let me see if I can find it. It is Missouri. Is where that course is located. Trying to do. I know that Home is in the running right now on the leaderboard. They are currently the John Deere Classic, TPC Deere Run in Silvis, Illinois. Doug Gims currently leading at 12. You got a host of players, including Home at 11 under. Next week it will be. You got two different. You got a PGA event here in the States, but then also co-sponsored event by the DP World Tour, what used to be formerly known as the European Tour, and the PGA Tour with the Scottish Open, which always leads up the week before to the Open Championship, which will be the weekend of, make sure I'm giving you the proper 17th through the 20th. Yeah, it's Thursday, July the 17th will be the first round of the Open Championship this year at Royal Portrush. Be curious to see. I'm sure we'll talk more about it next week and the following week, but That's Rory's backyard. It's the one Open that is that's played outside of the Great Britain or England and Scotland. It's the one course right now in the Open rotation. It's in Northern Ireland, and that's obviously Rory's home country. So curious to see. He's had since the Masters. His life's obviously changed even more than as crazy as it was beforehand. He's had a lot. He's had to try to wrap his head around since the win at Augusta, but hopefully a chance to kind of regroup and gear up.
Has he untwisted his panties yet? Is he done? Is he done? Is he done pouting? Is he ready to play? He's ready to get on the golf course. You know I'm right about that.
I like Rory way too much. I'm not, and I can't imagine how all the things that have been impacted. And Rory is honestly, and you ask anybody in the media, he is one of the, if not the best interview that you can have in the sport of golf right now. He's candid, he's transparent, he's thoughtful, and I think honestly, especially with what happened at Quail Hollow with the driver thing being leaked and so many people outside the sport. I mean, the first when we first mentioned it, Tom, what was Tom's first comment? So he cheated.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what everybody who didn't understand thought that's what non-conforming driver, that's what they thought it meant, and which is not the case. And I think the fact that he's always been so willing to be open and available to the media, for the most part, he got burned. And he was like, all right, if this is how y'all are going to be, then I don't owe y'all anything, and we're not. And he and Colin Morikawa, whether you like it or not, I love to hear them interview. I like to hear their points of view after an interview. But they're right. The PGA does not require them to talk to the media after rounds. So
should they?
I would not be opposed to them doing it.
But my question is, should there be and this is weird to say, how do you do it and say, like, the media don't want to talk to every freaking golfer that comes
Your
through
top
there.
10.
But
I think you got.
But again, though, Terry, what if you're like a big story though?
What if you're? I mean,
like what if you're like the guy that just won?
Like Rory,
the
one time he just walked off when.
Like if Rory walks, like if they don't make the cut, you still want to talk to the top 10 guys.
And I'll
so like I don't know how to make. I don't know what rule to make. Where
let's
everybody
back this up. Let's back this up. Let's go back 20 years. I think he was standoffish. I think he at times had an attitude. His tone was bad. But pretty much any time that the media wanted to talk to Tiger after a round, didn't matter if he was in contention, if he missed the cut, when they wanted to talk to him, he would take the interview. Now it could be a 15, 20-second interview. He'd have a little bit of an attitude if he wasn't happy. He was standoffish at times, and I didn't think that was, but he would, and and I think that was an example he learned from Arnold and Jack. And there's two sides to this. Arnold and Jack were two of the best interviews, and I think I've told y'all the story. The year that Jack was going to trying to win the Grand Slam in one calendar year, he'd won the Masters and the U.S. Open. He went into the final round in contention at Muirfield at the Open Championship and lost to Lee Trevino. He went into the media and he was just crushed. I mean, he was as disappointed, he said, as he had ever been in his career. And he walked into the media room. He said, and I was just patient. I answered every question they could. And he said, and apparently I did something right because when I walked out, all the media gave me a standing ovation.
Yeah, they don't want to come around where when Shambo won the thing and then Roy turned around and just walked away, went straight to his stuff, grabbed his stuff, went to the car, got in the car, left. People don't want to see that.
Well, Shane Lowry made a great point this year at the Masters, and when I heard his interview, and I think to Kevin's point, I'm not if it were me, you're asking Chip's opinion. I think the PGA should consider requiring. I think they need to require their top 10 in the contention that week, but also your top 3 to 5 world golf ranking players, whether they're in contention or not. If they're on the premises, if it's before the cut, or if they still made the cut, people want to hear their point of view.
I know I'm going to blow your minds on this one. NBA, NFL, baseball, all of it. I don't think anyone should be required to talk to the press at all.
The point I would make go ahead.
I think it's tough the first 2 hours.
I think anybody. You're right.
Say that again.
I think it's tough the first 2 hours.
Well, that's Shane Lowry. This is what I was going to say about Shane Lowry's
You got to have a little bit of time to get your thoughts.
That's exactly what Lowry said. I don't like that y'all expect me to come talk to you right as soon as I just missed the cut, or I'm fighting for this. I just finished bogey, double bogey, and you want me to come talk to you right now when I'm just raw and just dealing with this.
But after 2 hours, half of them's gone.
Well, I was about to say you wait 30 minutes.
You're right. I say
you just take a shower.
I think they need time to give them time to get cleaned up at least.
Even if you, but even if you don't want to talk, I don't think anyone should, because like you said, this is my life. This is I in all the sports. Like if I had a bad day, if I did something, like I just don't see why you should be required to talk to him. If you want to come talk, you can come talk.
The flip to that is, Kevin, you're right. It is your life, but this is the profession you chose. And the only reason that they are, well, one of the primary reasons that they are as financially secure as they are is because of the interest that people take in it due to the media coverage.
But then you turn back.
There's a give and a take to it.
Yeah, then you turn back where half the people are going to say, I'm only here so I won't get fined.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, again, like, do you really want to talk to someone that don't want to be there and don't want to say nothing good? And then all you're going to do is paint them in a bad, like, was it ever worth it now, Bonds ever speaking to a reporter?
Right, fair.
If Bonds never spoke to a reporter and just said, guys, I don't do interviews his whole career, he may be in the Hall of Fame. He may not. But I just, again, that stuff, they'll hold against you. So it's like talking to the police. They're going to hold it against you, whatever you say. So do I talk to you or not? Now, if you want to do an interview, like Rory wants to do a podcast and that on Monday or Tuesday, like Denny Hamlin does every Monday and talks about what happened, that may be the way they go. But sitting there and listening to these reporters who've never dribbled a basketball before judge you, like none of y'all can dribble a basketball. Not a single one of you can hit a golf ball 100 yards. But you're judging me about how I'm living my life, and I just won the Grand Slam. I just think it's funny he's being pissy. He's the little Irish boy that's being pissy. And who cares?
I think he feels he feels like the media, I don't want to say betrayed him, but again, he's arguably the best.
He learned a lesson, I guess.
He's arguably the best interview in the sport right now. It has been for years. And I genuinely like Rory. He is genuinely. I mean, I'm glad he won it. I've never had absolutely never.
Yeah.
I'm grateful. He is the next face of this sport, other than Tiger and Scotty right now. And he's been the long-term face of the sport for well over a decade at this point, I'd say, with Tiger's inactivity. But I think as great as an interview as he is, again, the media. They overstepped a line, and it's probably two people he trusted. These two media outlets that leaked the story about this driver, and the rest of the world who on the outside looking in.
Maybe it was his ex-girlfriend.
Which
wait, Chip, that's being for real, right?
Well,
was he not dating a reporter?
There's speculation. I don't know. He's been married.
I'm looking who's leaking, that's the one I'm looking at.
He's been married for several years, and obviously
that's true too. But there's awful lot of reports about him in this affair with this reporter and her and everything that she's put out there.
He wins in his places in so many blamed tournaments that CBS has her interviewing him every event that he competes in. I mean, it's just. I don't know.
I'm just saying, if I was looking to who's leaking something, I'd swear probably that one's the one that's leaking something.
But again,
whatever is leaking,
he's been so willing to be open and transparent, and he probably feels like he got burnt by it. And again, PGA is not requiring him to do it, and it's in his mind, he's like, well, it seems to be doing me more harm than good when I do talk to you guys. So why would I do that at this point? And I think also I loved his point, the arguments he made, or the points he made at the U.S. Open the following month. He said, "Look, y'all wanted my take on that at Quail Hollow at the PGA. He says, I'm trying to protect a lot of people. I'm trying to protect TaylorMade. Nobody knew about Scotty, that Scotty's driver was non-conforming. He said, I didn't want to mention it. I didn't want to bring anything up about Scotty before the tournament started. I was trying to protect Scotty. I'm trying to protect TaylorMade, trying to protect myself, say something I don't want to say. He's transparent. He's authentic when he says things. I have no issues with listening to Rory and getting his take. He's normally extremely thoughtful. I think the media overstepped their line, and he feels like he got burned, and he's trying to protect himself right now. And along with the fact that he's probably the closest person to Tiger in the sport that has as much exposure. I mean, you saw it when you went to Quail. He's not even hardly in contention, and the crowd just swarms him. Mm-hmm. I saw the day that Lindsay and I went to a practice round. He went to when he was getting autographs. I mean, it's a mob of people trying to get to him, and I didn't even get anything autographed. I was just looking at him. I was like, this is a little different than my tee box, and he just gave me a look and a wink. He's like, yeah.
Well, I'm gonna be a Rory fan because he's the one that stood up for the PGA when the LIV was coming in.
That's another thing.
You know,
he was honest and transparent with his thoughts, and then you see what happened. Again, the tour leadership can do what they want to do, but I think he felt like he was the spokesman. They wanted him to be the spokesman. He was, but he had no idea about the deal that they were doing with the Saudi Arabian fund. So it's just, I think there's been times he's tried to be himself, and he felt like he got burned. And until they require it, why is it necessarily? And I hate it's a sad thing for us as fans and patrons, because I love to hear his interview. I love to hear his perspective. He has an appreciation for the history of the sport. He knows the game. He's normally he's not as standoffish as Tiger could be at times. And again, I'm an idealist. I know we're running on low on time. I'm an idealist. I love to look at Jack and Arnold and how they treated people. And they were the standard bearers. It's one of the reasons Jack is not just my favorite golfer, but my favorite athlete. I am also aware and cognizant it's easy for me to be idealistic about that time in history, because the media exposure back then and the media availability for those and access to those players is nothing compared to what it was for Tiger and Rory. They are dealing with an entirely different level of exposure that Mr. Nicklaus and Mr. Palmer just didn't have to deal with. I would like to think they'd be the same way, but who knows? A man can only take so much.
All right, guys, we got to go. We'll see you next week. Katie.
The $1,000 Gray Gas Card giveaway is back. It's a chance for you to win one of 10 $100 gas cards. Register to win today at the 3500 Grill, Highway 18 north of Shelby, at